programmer. He needs to be able to type.
I want to watch Brian do it. Best speed run of the day, says Chuck Squat.
It's true. World record. Do they have this at Summer Games Done Quick? I think not.
Hero Harmony says Jed likes drama, but instead of a J, they put a semicolon.
JB the Explorer says, admittedly, I didn't expect this to be this much fun to
Thank
watch.
you, Gamer Wolf,
Gamer
for
Wolf
the
is
host.
hosting us, so, you know, his channel must not be any more exciting than this.
I didn't expect this to be fun to watch. Neither did we.
By the way, guys, Jed is wearing a hat.
What? No, he's not.
I'll catch you if you put that.
Access granted.
Hey, we just got another donation from Joey Glatt.
Thank you, Spikem, for the host.
Yeah, thank you so much for the host.
900 people watching this riveting typing.
Yeah! You were at 1,000.
I had a colon there. I didn't learn how to use that yet.
Jed, wear the hat. Frosthead is wanting you to wear the hat. Jed doesn't really care what anyone thinks or says.
Jed sings stamp, just throwing that out there.
They had typing of the Dead at Games Done Quick. Is that just like really just a speed typist, or is there a strategy? Can you glitch the game? Are there speedrun
I
tactics?
think when Jed said someone, I think he meant himself should
My
do.
friends made a hip hop song using the Metroid music as a sample, and it was
Thank
really
you, Zach Phlegmatic, for the hosting.
This typing thing just might catch on with the kids.
It's supposed to
Yeah,
be
now
fun.
like they need this on iPad typing. There's a whole new type of typing.
I know, it's very different. It's really different.
For a while, I was very good at typing on the TI-85 calculator.
like I'm gonna have within 3 years.
51,800.
I'm gonna have a microcircuitry mesh attached to my brain, and I'm never gonna have to type anything ever again.
Within 3 years?
Yeah. I think that'll be
You can
about
already-
how long it'll take me to figure out how to do it.
Oh yeah, you.
518,000.
Rachel and Jeremy. Access
Potato Moto says Mario teaches texting.
That's a good one.
My words per minute is going down incrementally.
I've never found that to be a very secure method of protecting ones.
So I have to do the full 5 minutes. Is that how it works?
I guess. Is it counting up? Is that what it's
You're gonna
doing?
need one of your water bottles when you sing that.
Is there no Bowser at the end of this? I'm guessing it just alternates between sinking sand and... Like, if this were actually the game and you controlled his movements, you'd have to slow down to avoid these thwomps.
It's like the invisible.
Mine Cookie says, let's see if you can type your usernames eyes closed, Twitch chat. Well, at least he said usernames and not passwords.
Let's see if you can put your passwords in with your eyes.
Hey, I posted a picture to my Instagram.
Picture your, he's gonna reach the kill screen. There's a kill screen?
The hashtag Mario Marathon. Go check it out. My Instagram handle. My Instagram handle is.
Oh,
Is there a
man.
stamp for people talking about work?
Sorry.
Because I was gonna actually add one.
Thank you.
Adam Wolfvogel. Wolfvogel.
Took us up to 48,000. Can we get to 50,000 by 10 o'clock? Should be able to.
If we get to 50,000 by 8 o'clock,
Something happened.
I'll play a song.
Jed says if we get to 50,000 by 8 o'clock, he will play a song. We are playing
And
this
to get
game.
to 50,000 by 8 o'clock, I'll do some fortunes. How much money for a fortune?
Nope, if you do fortunes, the deal's off. It's got to be for me and for me only.
Oh, alright.
And not the Nintendo Switch.
And not for the Nintendo Switch. If you donate in your comment, say either Jed or Nintendo Switch. If it's Jed, it counts towards my total.
So you want
1,800.
50,000 for yourself?
So they're saying you want
I heard you
$1,800.
say.
I want like 20 or what?
They're saying you want $1,800 in
$1,800.
40 minutes to play one song.
That's right.
All right.
Try to get those kinds of rates from Kid Rock.
Actually, you won't get fortunes at 8 o'clock because I have to drive back at 8.
Uh-oh.
Uh-huh.
Not too bad.
That's pretty good.
What?
5 minutes.
Well, Jed
All
doesn't
right.
want me to.
I have
So
a
that's his
question.
problem now.
Did you do the thing for 5 minutes yet, Jed? No.
Did I do what thing?
Do the thing.
Type of thing.
The typing
The
thing.
keyboard is squishy.
I'm not gonna do it. I don't want to spend 5 minutes on
I
it.
know.
Traffic question.
I
wanna
if
do
I
that.
was my MacBook Pro, I'd be like,
Yes. Thank you for the donates, Pongo.
Oh, Pongo.
Pongo has a donate comment.
So I'm gonna try to do this right. So it's gonna be 7 words a minute ago.
Bongo has a comment.
TheAMMERI.
Successfully in any of my
C? Is it right there? A-N. Revo.
They all want the fortunes because the fortunes are a stamp on their passport.
Thanks for all your hard work. It's been awesome again.
I hate this so much.
465.
Krebsgoat says to blame
I like-
the lack of the keyboard.
We haven't had fortunes in 3 years, they're claiming.
That's correct.
Wow.
We haven't had real fortunes. I think you need one out in the middle of the night.
That's right.
I call shenanigans.
That's right.
It was stuck on S, and I'm hitting S. I'm hitting it with this finger, and I'm hitting S.
Barely in my last 10.
All right, well, maybe.
Maybe this whole thing has been rigged.
Putting you back on remedial. You can see it's teaching the S.
Ray Holly remembers her fortune of 2013.
Did anyone's-
My fortune of 2000 whatever.
Did anyone's fortune come true?
I was told something about you.
Totally gone. 1 minute.
Look at this speed run.
Cassidy says hi, Sandeep.
Okay.
If I remember it correctly, you're the exact opposite of that.
Well, good.
This is really easy once you figure out the pattern.
The air rate's off the chart when it switches.
John O on Twitter is volunteering to play this game next year. Maybe he can actually play.
Yeah, but too bad it's next year, he said.
Yeah.
Wow, they're not even getting one
Don
beat.
Dion says hi.
Hi, John.
All right.
Hi,
Are we going $10 donations or 20 or 14? Yeah.
Well, what's your donation amount? $6.66. Let's do that.
That's going to be a dog fortune.
Well, we'll just stop at 8 o'clock.
What's the plan, man? I missed. I was reading.
$6.66.
Oh, Bedford, the donates.
Is it that much or more? Or
Excellent.
Exactly that much. You can donate more as well. If you donate a separate donation of $4.44, so the Sundeep and Ric Flair combo is actually 34 cents, but we'll just do the 666 and the 444. We'll get you in the contest.
Technically,
We need kazoos, though.
that would be.
Boom!
A few on the
That would be
table.
$1 more
table
than you would.
is
Words per minute, 0.
We're all family here.
Now mine.
All right.
Yeah, if it's 6,
So,
66,
question
we
is,
need 3.
did you guys learn to type?
Yes,
Did you learn to type?
No.
it was horrendous. So I would promptly try and erase this entire half hour from my brain.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, guys, there you have it.
66.
All right, now we are going.
Oh. Great Collie 2 says, just tell us the amount for fortunes, I will pay it. All right, mute the audio, let's come up with a number.
We already did.
Well, no. We can't. No, I think it's a. What if we just make it 10?
10? That
Because
gets
then it'll go into their.
contest?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, Gizmo Math Point
And they
family.
get 2 entries in the contest.
I was thinking we should go for like 10,000.
Gizmo Math Point family said, haven't got a chance to watch much. Keep up the good work and have some donates. Thank you.
Thank you.
That's what data is
Thank
for.
you guys. I've
That's
seen
what
some of your,
data is for.
your pics. Looks like you're having a fun time.
Thank you, Bethany.
Like 4 days. Indeed.
Like 5 times.
final homework when
I thought Data was for being the second officer.
So I'm like, I'll do just the audio, Twitch feed, driving.
That Mario teaches typing definitely is a good first time thing, but I think if you've established
I don't want to talk about it.
typing.
I don't want to have a conversation.
So how about that thing that Yoshi becomes a subject?
Can we move?
Oh, that's the
Can we
worst.
move the mic back over here?
I think if Sandeep is going to tell fortunes, we should put him
So you
right
can
here
go. Okay.
on
I don't know if you
this.
should be that close to the mic. Can we move the mic back over here?
Come here, Sandeep. You sit in this chair.
Here,
No,
let's-
Puma, they have not yet done the second poster drawing.
I repeat my
Sit
question,
tight.
sir.
Yeah.
Ben will run the poster
Sit
drawing.
tight, not
Then we'll
those.
run the poster drawing.
I will run the poster drawing.
We need to switch this game out to Super Mario Galaxy 2.
I'll play. That was
You do that on that
$20,
controller?
right? Sure, it was $20.
Yes, it was
Here's your
20.
list of people that are going to come up. The next donation above $10.
It's 5 to 7.
Oh, thank you.
5 to 7.
You need to
can
scoot
do
over.
this.
Also, if you
You scoot
were
over
in
that
the
way,
customer,
so you're
you
not
also
watching
I'll
TV.
sit right
and you'll
in
be
a second.
more in the frame.
Oh, well, in that case, I
I
wanted the
That's what the children are for.
to be
There we
blocking.
go. Hold on.
yeah.
What is that?
This is going to be great. This is going to be great lighting.
Okay, I need the.
Like turn the light off in the room or something.
There we go. We'll do a little
Brian,
bit
I'll
of
need the
this.
things.
Plug this guy in here. If we can. He makes it. Boom.
All right, so that's on the Wii.
All right, we're about to find out the
Are we gonna
winner.
turn off the lights in the rest of the room?
Yes.
Audio sounds as if the mic is buried in the laundry basket.
That's so
Oh!
I went to school for
I
like
know,
8
but I
years for
love
lighting.
Andy Charles. Did I say Andy?
Hey, you guys have your puzzles ready?
Heck yes, I do.
valid.
When do I not? Better flash. I can't see it because somebody's sitting in front of the screen. Congratulations, though.
Sabrina Risa.
You know when
Sabrina
Yoshi?
Risa.
You know when Yoshi turns into a Sabrina Risa and
I was thinking that too while I was standard.
Probably about half an hour. That's it.
Kazoo.
Yes. Okay.
You guys know Standard
Start your game, Chris.
Yeah.
After the
I gotta
fortune?
post to the group.
I need to fix the
Audio is
crossing.
pulling from the wrong feed.
I'm gonna bring that down just a touch. There we go. What?
Impressive.
Audio's pulling from the wrong feed, says
I've been-
Dragonfire.
I've been trying to learn lighting from watching people who do photography quite some time now. But man, every time it blows my mind.
Room audio sounds
Blows
like it's a
my
webcam. Why is OSG sitting at a light table? Why are you not sitting at a light table, Crockbox?
You gotta see what this looks like.
Stop asking questions and just enjoy the ride, man.
Okay.
It's a
Sunday
microphone.
looks like Deepak Chopra.
No!
If he were not busy.
That is a huge insult.
You're jealous of
No. No. Please, no. Linda, no. 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 How much for fortunes? $10.
her.
Can you scoot that way just a bit?
Yes.
8,000.
Make the
Here.
game feed smaller.
I'm going to.
Whose phone is this?
I noticed that you immediately made the game feed bigger when you got in this morning.
That may be Jed's, I don't know.
I don't know.
Jet?
Like,
All right,
weird.
we are starting Super Mario Galaxy 2. All right.
Great Collie,
Yes.
Why do you
Great Collie.
Why?
You get a first. You get the first one free. Oh, Grey Collie! It is the time for the fortune telling. You have now greased my palm. I will give you a fortune just for free. You should relish the transitions in your life. They will happen anyway.
All right.
There you go.
And then I think Andy Charles is the first one over here.
Okay. Andy Charles, Andy Charles, Andy Charles, you will get a fortune just for things. Andy Charles, tomorrow you should take a moment to do something just for yourself.
Brent Jones says fortune me a bonus tree. And it was $10.
$10.
Brent Jones, my friend Brent Jones, who has all the nice pictures of all of the things hanging on the wall that you send me. It is very funny and very nice to see you. Here is your fortune. You should take all the time to be considerate of other people. Mr. Potato Moto, here is your fortune. Smile. Tomorrow is another day.
Lincoln Constable.
Access grant.
Ayo, Lincoln. Lincoln Constable, I have a very serious fortune for you. Romance follows you if only you can see it.
Okay, hold on, hold on, hold on.
I can't tell you who's next.
There we go.
Just like Zombie.
There we go.
You know I am doing Jambi, right?
We're gone on the
Access
donation.
grant.
We're moving too quick.
Oh, that's
John
fine.
W.
Vector Sky.
W.
What? John W. Okay. John W. A golden egg of opportunity falls into your lap this week.
Brianna Evans.
Brianna, we have a special fortune just for you. Accept your independence and use it wisely. Vector Sky. Love is a roller coaster. It has its ups and it has its downs.
Beamlight.
Who?
Beamlight. I know. The donation fees will be
Access grant.
Beamlight. Follow your heart's strongest desire.
Christina Reiser.
Oh, must I? Okay.
That's so mean.
Christina Reiser, today is the tomorrow you worried about yesterday.
Great Collie, but you already did that one.
Grey Collie can have another one for free.
They paid for this one.
Grey Collie, it takes 10 times as many muscles to frown as it does to smile.
Babetti.
Bobetti, my friend. Bobetti, my friend, well done is better than well said.
Cassidy. K-A-S-T-Z-Y.
Cassidy, jealousy is unattractive. Show some other emotion.
Adam S.
Follow your heart's strong desire, Adam S.
Ava and Brent. Or Eva. I'm sure.
Eva and Brent, examine the situation carefully before you act impulsively.
Quantum Replay. Just refreshed over here.
Quantum replay, change has both physical and psychological attributes.
Adrian and Aaron.
Adrian and Adam, be receptive to new ideas from all fronts.
The next one's donation comment says, when my girlfriend asks me why we can't afford a house, I'm going to shout it was for the churns at her. No regrets. It's Savage Boredom. Aww.
Savage Boredom, take a rest. You deserve it. Savage Boredom has a new girlfriend. Lots of fun things are happening over there. Let me tell you something. We know all these things. We know all of these things. You don't know. Girlfriend new. Okay. Okay. Who's next? Joel who? Oh, Joel Play. Avert misunderstanding by calm, poise, and balance.
Kev Boone. Who says
Excuse me.
Ohio's the best state?
I am refreshing. Kevbon, begin trusting your intuitions.
Greg Holly. Oh yeah, no, never mind. That's the second one. Ask
What are we
Matt.
playing now?
Nope, that one's only $5, so I'm
Access
that one off. Mr. and Mrs. Grubber Gamer.
Mr. and Mrs. Grubber Gamer, I have special one for you. Look, your fortune is brilliant. Refresh brought a good one for you.
Access granted.
Donations are $10 each, guys, for everyone only donating 5.
A golden egg of opportunity falls into your lap this week. Get it? Falls into your lap this week. It's so funny, I tell you.
Mr. and Mrs. Grubber Gamer.
That's who this was for.
That one.
Multi-Rapsi, you will be an inspiration to others. My kazoo people are taking a nap. It's okay. I will have to have a little flag for them.
Multi-Rapsi, you owe me another $5.
That's okay.
For O Child's Plan.
Who's next?
Bumbalo.
Who?
Bumbalo.
Bambolio. Ayo Rama. Bambolio, make a wish. It might come true. There, my kazoo section has woken up again. I love this.
Didn't donate enough technically for a fortune.
Is
but
okay.
Happy birthday to Nicole and Michael F's husband.
Okay, those guys dispel negativity through creative activities, Michael. Creative, get it?
Equinox C3D? Yeah, that one.
Equinox 3D. Now is the time to try something new. That was pretty good one, eh? I like
Mad
that.
Cat TX.
My fortune cookie just repeated. Oh yes, Mad Cat TX. Confidence is at a high this week.
Moonlight.
A little selenium goes a long way, I hear.
Wait, are you guys humming in bed?
Who?
Access granted.
PG-13 rating.
Is that the like?
Of course not.
Moonlight. They're going to catch up.
Who?
Closing the gap.
Who?
Moonlight.
Moonlight.
I almost said moonlight.
Moonlight. Whoever follows a crowd will never be followed by a crowd.
Oh,
Chewy,
okay. That makes sense.
Chewy says they've been waiting for this for
Access
80 hours.
There is no internet connection. Your fortunes will be delayed.
Sorry.
Who is this? Who's next?
Did you give Chewy theirs?
Chewy, do not believe in miracles. Rely on them.
Matthew L. Larson.
Matthew L. Larson, by helping someone else today, you may also be helping yourself. Nick, where are you, Nick Tabik? If winter comes, can spring be far behind?
This person doesn't want a fortune, they just want to know if you think a hot dog is considered a sandwich.
I guess depends on where it is inserted.
Vadernator, that's it. Hero Harmony and says Sundeep is semicolon us awesome.
Semicolon also awesome. Because we cannot talk about colons.
Commuter Kid.
Commuter Kid, expand your horizons this week.
Ed Roach.
Ed Roach, begin trusting your intuitions.
Fix your yard.
Fix your generosity and perfection are your everlasting goals.
Zach Phlegmatic.
Jack Phlegmatic, jealousy. Zach Phlegmatic. Jealousy is unattractive. Show some other emotion.
Lindsay
That's-
Lorimore.
Lindsay, you will be successful in your work.
Ferg 2KK.
Somebody has to put some quarters in this thing. Who was it?
Ferg 2KK.
Ferg 2KK, ask a friend to join you on your next journey.
Andrew G wants you to give me a palm reading. No.
Andrew G,
That'd be my husband who's sitting in the other room.
you want a palm reading? I'll give you a palm reading. It'll leave a lasting impression too.
On me?
I don't know. Whoever he wants, he paid for it.
No, you can't. I firmly disagree with this notion. BPS.
It was wasted money, Andrew G. Wasted money, I tell you. Who? PP what?
BPS.
Oh, BPS.
Burning paper.
I was like, we can't say things like that on air. BPS, life to you is a dashing and bold adventure.
How long have we been playing the game?
Access granted.
Leedsy.
Twin 5-year-old daughters Grace and Gwyn want your fortunes. Little girls, I will give you a real fortune, not a false fortune like the other people have. Shoot for the moon, because if you miss, you will still be amongst the stars. No kazoo.
Leedsy.
Leedsy, I have a special one for you. This is perfect timing. An idea is not responsible for the people who believe in it.
Dave T. Halazar.
Lou 691 still wants you to have a palm reading. I'm just saying. I would be happy to oblige you.
I'm trying to help you over here.
Oh, yes, sorry. She's helping me. Palm reading later.
Dave T. Halazar.
I think that was a facepalm stamp, wasn't it? Anyway. David the Laser, a cheerful message is on its way to you. I'm sure Paniel is not far away.
Tara.
Tara from the other room. Maybe the palm reading is for her, eh? Face palm reading. Very funny, very funny. Plus 0.5 points to Atom 648. Tara, dream your dream and your dream will dream of you.
Too bad, Andrew, you can't have your money back.
Why?
Nice. Because you're not slapping me.
Well, that's late. We can still get his money's worth for it.
Not. Nice.
Who's next? Knights. Knights, an unexpected acquaintance will resurface. That was a blanket joke, by the way. Get it? Blanket joke.
We are caught up.
We're caught up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yay! How much are palm readings?
More than what was donated. No,
Yay!
palm readings are not $10. Palm readings are $110.
Palm reading.
I don't know. I mean,
There you go.
I think the going rate varies depending on the market you're in.
And the person that's for.
That's doing the delivery.
Ben, are your lips numb? He's like, make mine.
That is the weirdest sentence I've ever heard.
Yes, you're very welcome, guys. That was very fun. Inflation happening, Bill. Here, behind the
One of us knows when you walk.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what I want.
What I really,
What
really
you
want.
really want.
I have a whirlpool backed up in my hotel room resale.
Where's Nate? Hey, Nate.
Nate wants a fortune. They want a real palm reading, not a
Access granted.
You know, if he does a real palm reading, you still look at someone's palm and say, yep, that's a palm.
Oh wait,
Actually, I do know the basics of it. I just don't think it's very useful.
I'll take a
They want you to do
real
throat
palm
singing.
reading.
Oh my, who?
Here, I'll take a real palm reading. Get
Access granted.
your hand out here. There we go. Let's see where it is.
Passerby mode.
Oh, sorry.
98.6.
No, not even close. 87.8.
See?
Get to the hospital.
That's how cool I am. I can't right now. I can't throat sing, guys. I don't know whether you can hear it, but my voice is definitely having issues. If I do that, I will be down and out for the count for the next couple of days. So that would not be a good thing. So has it been? It's been 3 years since the Fortunes, right?
I don't. Did you do any last year? Because
Nope.
because I was a little busy last year, so I wasn't watching.
Yeah. Last year I didn't get.
My favorite thing about him is this. It makes him so much creepier.
Sure.
Oh
yeah. Well.
This got pumped. How do I turn this off?
Do we need lights back on?
No, I'm
Yes, sir.
so bad
I would
at
like a
YouTube.
palm reading.
No. Come here. I'll read it out. It says something semicolons.
What about the Oxford comma? Is that on there?
We got a thing for the semicolon now. I don't know.
So we are. Oh, you should probably.
Oxford
They're
semicolon?
being blinded.
They're not being blinded.
Blind.
Well,
Bandit, I
you know.
forgot. Ask me again in 12 hours and I'll think about it.
Ah.
If you're watching,
Does it have to be 7 people or could it be an amount of people of my choice?
you should probably turn the lights back on.
Yeah. I was just saying that.
Or open the curtain. Just open the curtain. See how it
They're
looks.
screaming and saying, please stop at the laser. What they don't know is you stopped at the laser almost a minute ago.
Then we can get that one too.
Yes, of course, Ben. And thank you, guys. It's always fun to do stuff for you guys.
It's the
All
disconnected loop.
cheers for Offish?
Connected loop?
The
Andrew,
disconnected
what are you
loop.
saying?
Burning paper scissors. Yes, it's an
There's a
Oxford
disconnect. Yeah,
semicolon.
there it is. Yeah.
It's always fun to do things for you guys. So, last year it felt like there were tons and tons and tons of people already.
And I'm under natural light. What is this?
I know. It looks kind of good.
7 people? Okay, I'll think of it. I already got 2.
To do what? Did you thank Logan and Austin and Lou, Charlotte, and Nora?
Thank you, Logan and Austin. Thank you, Lou, Charlotte, and Nora, and they're surprisingly donating the exact amount for a fortune. He wants me to give him a wrestling faction.
Oh, we got a fan art with you typing in the Matrix.
It's a specific question that somebody asked me yesterday morning that I told them to ask me again in 12 hours and I'd have an answer for them, but I forgot because reasons. So you ask me again in another 12 hours, I'll get you.
Who's singing Birthday to You?
Neville's gonna be the Justin Gabriel though. There's your sneak peek.
It's White Tails too.
Have we seen a total recently?
48,826.
Nice.
Thank you for donating all of that money. And if we could direct it into my bank account, that would be the best. I could take a year off of work.
I think you can pass me
A
my
little
phone.
over.
I probably could.
I could buy a new car.
Would I? That's the question. Hair lip.
Chat, buy me a car. Like for real, mine's like a $600 fix. If they don't break the engine trying to fix it. Can I get a GoFundMe for buying car when I'm
Oh, Mrs. Fiasco was cheering me on while I was typing. It's 2 letters, Sandeep. Come on!
also cheering you on.
Thank you, baby, for that link.
Jed's the best typer in this room. Brian's not here anymore.
Oh, Baby Fiasco and Baby or Fiasco were quite enjoying the shoutouts.
And
Baby Fiasco sounds like something that might put somebody in baby jail.
What about Baby Earth Fiasco?
Baby Earth Fiasco?
Does that sound like
That's
something?
gibberish.
That sounds like an accomplice.
Seahorse Chinese. That's a good.
So,
That's a good handle.
so tell me what your favorite memory from Mario Marathon was. Oh, the Mike probably needs to come back up, right?
Yeah, it should
My
be
favorite memory
kinda
from
near
any
where
Mario
that one is,
Marathon
but
or
not
this
quite.
year?
Be a little farther that way than that.
Any year.
This, because I was going to say, this year, definitely last night.
Maybe a little sheltered. Yeah,
All
kinda,
night
that
was
might,
a good
that'd
time.
probably work okay. Yeah. that's-
Of any marathon
that's
ever
pretty good.
is absolutely the time that is, I think it was still on Ustream. It's bookmarked as, or highlighted as Here Jed, play this game. When Brian and Jed were the only two people in the room, and Brian was passing out, so he just handed the controller to Jed and said, "Here, Jed, play this game," and then left. And Jed's like,
I was
"You
there.
weren't kidding? I'm getting there." Like, "You're not kidding?" And then you were lying down trying to sleep on off-camera couch, and you went, "I'll help." And you got up, and then you were like, "Chat, help us!" And they sent you a screenshot of the Wiimote with the labels as to what the buttons did.
Because
And
one
you
of the
said-
buttons wasn't labeled.
And I know, but and you were, and they were trying to troll, but you legitimately were thanking them for it. And it was so good. And then after that marathon was over, we got bored in the chat and we said, you know what we should do? Watch the same highlights. So we, as like 7 people in the chat, just all rewatched Here Jed play this game at the same time and talked about it while it was happening.
That was fun. Mr. Stark, but not Tony, thank you for your donation.
I woke up in the middle of it and had to go back and find the start so I could highlight it. It was great.
Yeah.
It's so easy.
I mean, Brian was so dead, wasn't he?
He was so dead,
Oh, wow.
and
Nobody's been
he
that-
was coming in to replace him and was late.
You know,
I was late.
So hard.
Yeah, you were late by like 2 hours.
having the
Not your, like something happened that morning and you got delayed. It's
having
okay, Jet held it down.
having the gold members
I remember
here
that.
has been really great, but it's been really great because you guys are great.
Thanks.
But and we get a lot more sleep, so it's a lot healthier for us.
That's
but-
true. If you were watching
but
this
this is the
morning.
thing. Here's the problem: is that like
Oh, come get
if we have gold members all the time, we'll never get that again. We'll never have like
Because that loopiness.
because there's more. Yeah, there's
The
because
loopiness comes because of the time.
I don't know, were you watching last night?
I was watching last night. We did do Lady in the Stamp, which was great.
Lady in the
God.
Stamp was so good. They
Uh,
both looked like they just wanted to die. And I was sitting over
maybe
there
they did.
filming
Lady
it,
in
and
the
Tara
Stamp.
was like, "Why are you filming this, Karen? It's your husband."
Lady in the Stamp was last night. I was like, there should be some kind of tramp stamp.
They were square knotted. I forgot about
And
that.
yeah. We were like, let's have some kind of tramp stamp, and so we decided to do Lady and the Tramp with pasta. So
Yes, of course.
Dan went and cooked some pasta. It was.
But they were too
It
short.
was.
so
It was too short, so he had
Tied it up.
He had to square knot
knotted them
3 noodles together, and then we ran a contest of people in the room. To basically it was spin the bottle. Which 2 people are gonna eat the ends of the thing? And
Right.
it was her husband Andrew and Tara, and Tara just was really
Not
not into it.
We told her she didn't have to do it, but she's like, "No, I'm cool." And we're like, "Okay."
Yeah.
lightning.
And it was really funny too. Dan was like, okay, listen, before we do this, I want everybody to know nobody has to do anything they're not comfortable with.
Because remember last year when we duct taped Kate into the wall and he was crying and it got awkward?
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't want that again, is how that was phrased. It's a good time.
Was that just last year?
Yeah.
That one, apparently, I
Yeah,
wasn't
that was
here.
last year.
Oh,
I
if you
came
don't-
on stream to fanart Hayden duct tape to a wall, and I'm like, I don't want to know what happened. But yeah, it was a Lady in the Stamp was a good time.
Yeah.
I have to make a stamp for yesterday after Jed went to bed, but I never did it.
So we
It's
have.
gonna be an all noobs one because it was just me, Andrew, D-Pad, and Tara running the.
Oh yeah, actually we should have if it ever got to where it was just you and Tara, it could be live noob girls
In the crawl space?
in the crawl space. Live noob girls. That's gonna be. Come on down to the crawl space. We've got live noob girls.
Tara says, guys, don't remind me.
No, noob, as a newbie.
Newbie girls.
NOOBZ. Or NEWBS.
There you
if
go,
you
they
don't
got
need
it.
them.
They
C is silent.
Hang on.
Jed,
Noob girls.
control yourself.
I'm under complete control.
What is
Brian just says as he comes in, though, right? Every single
Yeah.
time.
Yep.
I like how when I walked in, Couch Pig has a blanket over his head in the other room.
Oh boy! Now
That's
they
the
want us
same
to
room.
register livenoob.girls.com.
I
What
bet
is
you
it?
it's already a
Live
website. Give me 1
noob
second.
Girls.
Oh, noob! That's
Yeah,
why
live noob girls.
I was really thinking you were saying something completely inappropriate here, Jed.
Well, I wouldn't be surprised.
Why would you think that, Brian?
What are the
That
odds?
never happens on Mario Marathon.
Last night was great.
Come on down to the crawl space.
So who's reading tweets? Are you reading tweets?
Let's turn on the robot.
Read some tweets.
That wasn't safe.
Can we
yeah,
put on the
I don't
robot?
know.
Can the robot
robot's
read
great.
tweets?
The robot got bad.
Yeah.
No, Nick,
one
I'm not
time, but-
asking you to set up a website for live noob girls.
Just quit saying that. It doesn't come across clearly on the feed.
Alright, we'll not say live nude girls.
We will
Noob.
never say live noob
N-O-P.
girls again.
N-O-O-P. Noob.
I spelled it for them already.
So easy.
Okay, I'll start saying live noob girls. We've got live noob girls.
As long as they're not dead. In the crawl space.
Hey, it's Bullet Bill time.
Alright, I'm gonna head out as soon as.
No, don't do
shuts
it.
down.
Biggest
Brian needs
noobs in
help
3
being brave.
counties.
Actually,
In
got a good
3
night's sleep
counties?
last night,
That's
but
not
I should
enough
probably try to
counties.
do that again.
Yeah, sure.
Set to drive back tomorrow. So.
Marion, Hamilton, and Hancock.
So easy. No.
Tara says that she's not planning on coming back, so I will have to live noob girl myself.
Oh,
Why is she not coming back?
she's right out there.
I don't know, that's what she said.
You're gonna be here overnight, right?
Yeah.
Okay, no problem. See you in the morning, then I'll be back around.
I'm gonna.
Same.
What time you headed here?
Depending on when it ends, I might take a nap, but I'm in it for the donation. Thank you, Mr. Stark, but not
7:30-ish.
Tony, for the donation.
Okay.
Thank you, Mike Goldsby, for the donation.
I will aim for 7.
All right, we're 2 minutes
There's
away.
some problems
Are you-
that maybe later.
Are you sleeping okay?
I did last night. Yeah,
Okay.
last night was really good. Last night might have been the best night's sleep I've had during a Mario Marathon. Because I got at
That's-
least 8 hours. It might have been closer to 9.
See, Mike Goldsby, but that's not what we were saying. Although Mike Goldsby already has a Switch, but thanks for the reminder to donate again.
Is Brian going to come out here and put an empty Chianti
They're
bottle
dead.
with a candle in it
That's where they are.
and do a
They've
lady
died.
on the stand
that doesn't
right
help.
now?
That actually makes it worse.
That's hilarious. I'm sad I missed
If you
that.
change
Well, it's in the
that
crawl
word,
space.
if you change that word and nothing else, it makes it worse, Carolyn. You can't say that.
Okay, so
I can't say it where they can hear me.
But you did.
They can
You
say
just
it
did.
everywhere. They can hear you everywhere.
where did you move the light
That's
box,
also true.
Brian?
Behind this.
Okay, all right, cool.
Are you gonna
Because-
need it again?
Alright.
Sure, why not? You know. It's a quick way of making a couple hundred
One of
bucks.
these
For the show.
is tangled up in something else here, but
That is a very quick way of making a couple $100.
Access
That is very
granted.
fun.
No, we're talking about fortunes.
oh, okay. Well, I mean, you never know.
You were appropriately situated right there.
Oh, good God. It's not after dark yet,
Access
guys.
granted.
We're using
Oh.
natural sunlight.
It gets worse.
Alright, guys, I just sent out an
This is
email
workathon.
telling
We
everyone we're giving
worked
away this
together.
Nintendo Switch at 10 o'clock. So I'm hoping that we get,
If somebody that donated but put in their donation comments that they already got a Switch, will we re-roll?
Alan, Mike
Thank you, Rick
Goldsby,
Conning.
We don't
I got my
see the
Retuning.
donation comment
Goldsby
on
said
the screen where
Mike
we
Goldsby said the...
see who the
Switch.
see in the contest.
alright.
Where they at, though?
Alan and Lioke.
Alright,
Alright.
I'm
What's
heading
that
out.
wheel
See you
say?
tomorrow
Good
morning.
night.
Bye, Ben.
Wait, we still owe them a sing-a-song and a
Ben.
do the Mario.
We
Well,
sang!
We did? Okay, we still owe them a do the Mario then.
Yes, we need to get up and do stuff.
Wait a minute, we owe them 2 do the Marios?
Yes. Let's do it.
Can we just rock
Twice.
them both at once?
Yes. Repeat. You know what else we haven't done?
What?
A Trollolo.
Yes, we have.
When?
Do you want to do another one?
No.
Maybe
Okay.
We're good.
I did it yesterday. We also did a count to 100.
Good. That needs to
that's
have
what I wanted to
significant. That needs to go on the basket.
Hey, come here.
Do the Mario swing your arms
Actually-
from side to side. Come on, it's time to go.
Just a
Kendrick.
moment.
That works. You
Go
got to
back
be a
away.
little bit
5
careful
minutes.
how you do that, right?
Do the peanut butter jelly time.
Yeah.
Because of camera angles.
Am I glomping in here? Am I glomping right there? Am I
That's up to
glomping
you.
in the chat? No. That's true. We're gonna put this one back on. Oh, they deleted it.
You got to think about all these things.
Oh no, they didn't delete it. There's not one.
crying to his mama.
Thank you for your donation.
I really liked the picture that was taken. The rug that you put out in front of Tappers.
Nice and loud.
I don't know whether you saw the picture that Brian took.
Access
Oh, I didn't see the picture.
So I was sitting there
I saw you sitting there.
meditating, and then so Bowser is attacking
Should this
me.
one still be
That's
on?
awesome.
Your donation.
I pay the food goes home crying to
I
his
don't know if
mama.
that
But
will
that's
already
what-
have
that's
Thank
a
you,
it.
thousand,
Jennifer
right?
Goodlet. Thank you so much.
Oh, hey, Nick and Jennifer. Hey,
Yeah.
Thank you, all
palm
of those
reading.
people.
So I have to give you your money back. So you'll have to earn this
Jed, I
yourself.
still owe you $10.
see.
From what?
Like
So
when you came to Boston.
This is what I'm hearing.
Hey, how you guys get
Access
your?
granted.
Just saying.
Yeah, Green Star's $1,000.
Who's your friend?
Elijah, the one that broke my door.
Oh, that guy.
The guy that broke the key last night.
Got it.
My friend texted me
okay.
and said, we have a problem, and I said, what? He's house sitting for me, and he sent me a picture of a broken key, and I was like, what did you do?
Not a broken key.
It's corkscrewed it. He corkscrewed my key in the downstairs lock.
It's just a little.
I really
twisted.
hope my landlord's not watching this.
He can tease his life goodbye.
Sue, if you're watching this,
You guys ready?
For? Yes, of course.
Access granted.
He's always ready.
Jay Hunsucker
run away. You
and
got this.
Aaron Sanders. Thank you.
Mario swing your arms from side to side. Come on, it's time to go. Do the Mario. Take one step, one step. Again, let's do
The internet says good evening.
together now. You got it. It's the Mario. Do the Mario. Swing your arms from side to side. Come on, it's time to go. Do the Mario.
Jed, you're being requested to stand.
Then again, let's
This is so much better than what you guys are doing.
come on now.
You're not doing the swing your arms part of it.
If I didn't have any arms,
Then we
This-
wouldn't play this song.
this is an ableist song.
Okay.
Say night night.
Yep.
Internet.
Are you singing another song?
Count to 100 every day. Keep your mind and body in shape. Let's get fit, have some fun. Count to 100.
You're on camera.
Get ready
That
to
camera up there.
exercise and count. Stretch your arms. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Stretch your legs. 11, 12, 13, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Pump each arm up. 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. Two arm circles. 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40. Shoulder shrugs.
Get some exercise
41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50. Pump elbows back. 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59.
See, I wanted one of those in the chat for the shoulder shrug.
61, 62, 63, 64, 65,
Just a
66,
cheater and I love it.
68, 69, 70. Lock in place. 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79.
Very bad at this song.
Now jog in place. 81, 82, 83, 85, 86, 87, 88, 90. Clap up high. 91, 92, 93,
Grab a pie.
97, 98, 99, 100. Count to 100.
That's a good remix.
And body in shape.
And then Jen died.
Have some fun. Count to 100 by ones.
They can't see your head. Just pointing it out. They can't see your head.
They can see the important bits.
You're dead.
Back to the game.
Aww, grab a pie.
All right,
Grab
see you
a
guys
pie.
tomorrow.
Thank you for the donation. I mean fortunes.
Yes, of course.
You just say thank you for the
Atul,
donation
Ryan
themes.
Moore, Tobias,
I said
Habershai, Invalid Pier, Trubar. Thank you for your donations.
Thank you all.
Uh,
Wow.
Stream.
I just made a new.
I'll see you guys in a bit. I'm headed out of here.
I'll say goodbye to them too.
Right there.
Bye, internet. Or no,
Bye.
opposite. Bye, people in the room that aren't on the internet. When I'm watching at home, every time one of you leaves, I just shout "Bye, internet."
Of course. Why would you not?
Like I'll be in another room and can't reach it, and I'll be like, "Bye, internet," like you can hear me.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye OSG. Bye Mrs. OSG.
Bye.
We'll see you
OSG,
soon.
don't leave.
Bye-bye.
Bye Mrs. OSG.
There were
Bye
cookies?
OSG. Bye Mr. and Mrs.
Yeah, there's
OSG.
cookies out there.
Bye Beautiful and Sandeep.
What's that?
I said bye Beautiful and Sandeep.
Aw. I am beautiful and Sandeep.
There's no comma.
Thank you for the. You don't need a comma for that sentence. Thank you for the donation, Invalid, Pier, and Treeberg, and Jiffy Pop, and yes, Child's Play is so dope. And Apello, and Garrus, what did Garrus say? Garrus says for the Switch, I mean the children.
Good luck. If you
Can
don't
we
win
check
tonight,
the systems that Jed knocked?
They'll be fine.
Just threw them all in the
For
ground?
tonight, if you donate the $10 during that thing, then you're also getting the 2 entries in tomorrow's, or the end of the event, Switch contest. And making the event a bit longer. How many hours are we up to? 97 hours.
Yeah, we're gonna have to take a nap tomorrow if we want to be here for the stream's over.
We'll hit 100.
What?
Am I missing something?
I did not hear what I think you said.
Becky and Cheese Mister with another donation. Don't you just shake it to break that? Or are you trying to get a coin or something?
I don't know. Oh, I already got the coin.
Access granted.
Is it just a coin that's up there besides that star?
No, I already got it. I forgot. That, okay. That's why that does that.
That makes sense now.
Now it makes tons of sense.
This game is so pretty.
For Wii, right? It is.
You guys sent us fan art of just the noobs on stream last night, right?
Wishful thinking.
No, I know I approved something from them.
What was going to approve?
unapproved, honey. See, that's pending. There's nothing in there. Oh, they
Have you
unapproved
played a Mario
yours.
game in the last year?
I've played.
It says shot.
They unapproved the fan art that you submitted.
No, I don't
I
think.
don't think I had either.
I don't think I have. Because our Wii U is in the basement, and
Yep.
so
My Wii
I
U's
just
in my living room.
haven't played it at all because it's down there and stuff. We did get the Switch, so
Yep.
that'll be. Kendron and Annie have been playing that quite a bit.
What game do you like on the Switch, Kendron? Anything in particular?
Mario Kart.
Oh yeah, good one.
And they like 1-2 Switch too.
Really?
Mhm.
That game is silly. Like, we could have just made the Wheel of Awesome play that game.
Yeah.
See, I want to play 1-2 Switch, but you know.
It's very odd.
Do you really milk a cow in it?
Yeah.
I mean, it's not a real cow.
Obviously, I didn't think the Switch said here, have a cow.
You said, do you really milk a cow in it?
Okay.
But just clarifying.
Okay. Is inmates running the asylum an appropriate title for a state?
Access granted.
See, I told you it was fine.
Or you could do something like
He says adult supervision.
Joey.
baby jail.
Donations?
Yeah. We can't do it. How do we do a baby?
Tax Megan.
Give up more?
Tax me. Thank you, Tax Megan. Oh, that's so weird. You're here.
Wait, how can she donate and be in the same
Don't you
place
eat
at the same
the
time?
thing and then shoot it at that thing in the middle? Or
She was just hoping she could read out her own donation comment before you got to it.
So
There's no
sorry.
Why, thanks me. I'm such a good donator.
How do you spell asylum?
ASYLUM.
L-U-M? Why am I asking when I have Google?
Oh, yeah. Are you watching, Maris? Yes. Hi, Maris.
No, stop not working. Stop not working.
Laser Dante.
The chat says it's ASYLUM.
Thank you, chat.
I'm with you, Savage Boredom. That game's a little hefty at $30.
For your donation? Game arrived?
Which one? 1-2 Switch? I think they were just like, there's not that many games. People that want to... Because it's like the only game that shows off like the HD Rumble stuff.
Yeah, I promise come like Black Friday it'll be like Mario Odyssey and 1-2 Switch.
Yeah.
Lindsay headed home, I believe. Is that correct?
Yep, she's
She is
back
home.
in
She is
Michigan.
home. Back where she is home.
She was.
Chad, I made you guys a new stamp.
She'd already posted Sundeep's fortunes like seconds after. She's like,
Really?
here's a link on YouTube.
People are crazy.
Lady, I like how the lady in the stamp, the moderator comment is this was Judd's idea.
For which one?
Access this was Judd's idea.
Pliny, thank you. Yes, we are absolutely closing in a lot on 50,000.
So inmates run the asylum is just a picture of D-pad.
What do you guys want to do at 50,000? Jed's gonna sing a song or something?
50,000 is Judd sings a song. Although you also have the chance for it to be a Wheel of Awesome spin, so
We should do something special for 50,000
Yeah,
for
like-
Wheel of Awesome.
What
yeah,
would we do?
Judley? Judd promised to sing a song, maybe we can turn that into a Judd thing.
Okay.
We'll have to convince him. but-
Climby says this has been my favorite Mario Marathon so far. Thank you for the awesome event. All of it, just do it. Stop touching the screen.
Is it a touchscreen?
Oh.
Oh.
What did you think that was?
I thought you just didn't want fingerprints on it.
You said moving my screen around. Oh, is it a touch screen? So just this one? Oh no.
Hey, Jeep,
Just this
wave
one.
at Adam. Say hi, Adam.
Hi, Adam.
Hi, Adam.
Okay. And then we'll put. We added this one.
Thank you again for your donation the other night.
Can I just
Natasha, Max
Yeah.
Castillo. Thank you for your donations.
I think it's
I hate them all. Is that how you spell that?
sure.
They can hear me. How do you spell Jedley, chat?
Well, it'd be like medley with a J.
Chad, how do you spell Jedley?
How long does it take to beat this game, Chris?
Peanut butter jelly time at 50K.
12 hours.
Do you know what word is hidden in peanut butter jelly
6
time?
hours.
Butter. How's that sandwich going, Jed? Jedley, that's what I thought. I'm not using a semicolon.
Probably, yeah, go down, uncheck that, and just do...
We're doing that touching thing.
Scroll down. Do we have...
I don't think we do.
Okay, just make that. Add that, and then add the peanut butter jelly.
Liadis family, I apologize if I'm mangling that. They'll get
Just
your
put it
donation
as
comment
3
here in a
different
second.
words.
They're
Oh.
scoping out other stuff for me.
Peanut butter is
Do peanut butter jelly time.
That's what I was trying to do.
Oh, I thought you put a space between it.
What does it say?
Oh, got it.
Yeah, but what's that on that?
Oh, yeah.
I'll figure it out.
Add it.
Yep,
Frosted wants to know if you're going to run them there.
Should I make that a stamp?
it already is. That's why I want it so
I'm
bad.
on the docket for tomorrow. Play
Yep,
games.
so uncheck
I
that.
can play games now too.
Take that off. So it just
Cycle
goes to
Gush,
that one.
meet
And we'll do
Jeep.
that.
This is Tax Kid Jeep. Move your arms.
Hello. So just this
Yep.
It's coming up from 300.
one? Guys, give Child's Play money.
Is anyone in the chat new? Does everyone know what we're doing? If you don't know what we're doing, just tell us and we'll explain it. But we'll assume that we've said it enough.
If you don't know what we're doing, raise your hand. Let's see if they can figure out any emotes.
What are we doing here? I should be home sleeping.
I drove 18 hours.
Yeah, what are you doing here?
What am I doing here?
Yeah, we
That's
have new
crazy.
people.
I just drove 15 minutes.
We do
Oh,
it.
you're trying to trick me, Bethany.
And Frosted.
Ramos
And
23,
Manicure.
Maddie. Thank you.
I am not new. I'm Dave T. Halazar.
What? D-pad is new. He has no idea what's happening.
Pink one.
Access.
We're just here for Andrew. What's that emoji that's on that? Hold on.
Josh Bronson, thank you very much. Charlotte Elizabeth.
Oh, hey, Josh.
Somebody got donation comment
doing
somewhere.
peanut butter jelly time at 50K.
You can read donation comments. 'Cause they
I
took
will.
it.
I am. Oh, I can't refresh it in time. Sorry.
Good work getting that stuff checked in, Josh. While I was sitting here
Yeah, I
playing
wanna
video
see what the emoji
games.
was.
I work with Josh at Salesforce.
Thanks, Josh, for
He's
picking up
fixing all
all
the
the
problems.
slack. Donation comments. Charlotte Elizabeth says, my 4-year-old daughter's been watching all weekend and loves you guys. Can you please give her a special shout out? Shout out to daughter of Charlotte Elizabeth.
Hi, daughter.
Carolyn clicks your donation 70 times while she's reading it. It's very strange.
She click reads across.
I highlight it so that my eyes don't. Okay, so I have really bad ADHD and I will get distracted in reading the middle of a sentence. So if I learn, I've taught myself with training that if I highlight it, I will focus on that sentence before moving on to a different sentence.
That's good. I'm sorry I made fun of your disability.
No, you're not.
Or your ability. Sometimes it can be useful. I have this thing where, I don't know, I've never been diagnosed with anything.
Hold on. Hello to the 2-year-old.
Wow.
You told me to read the comments. I was going to get
You're very focused.
How to not get invited back ever again.
Hello to the 2-year-old daughter, Maddie, and she's been watching all weekend and lives it.
Hi, Maddie.
Hi, Maddie.
That is
She's
the
not
wrong
the chat.
vowel.
Yep. I lived something on Twitter earlier.
Story time.
Oh yeah,
Man
so
happily retweeted for me.
I do. Hey, Nate. What's up? Okay. I do this thing. You guys might not have realized that I'm not always the most focused person. I mean, I do this thing where like I'm starting to work on something, and like I'll be working on it, and then something else will distract me, and I will start on the next thing. Like literally, I was cleaning Jed's kitchen, and then I went outside for a second to get something I needed to clean the kitchen, and I cleaned the gutters. And then, like, it's like a stack, it's like a to-do list that just gets longer and longer. Yeah, we cleaned the gutters, and then while we were cleaning the gutters, I was like, we need to
I would
read
like
this.
to propose that we roll
garden.
Mario Marathon down 37 next year, so that you can come clean the kitchen and clean the
Everybody's
gutters.
like-
and
No. See, well,
I need new floors in my basement.
I trust that your house would be appropriate for it already.
So anyway,
And
it's
the rest I'm not saying.
so like that. Then like while we're doing that, it's like, oh, we need to
Weed
to
the garden
clean
and
these
get
sidewalks.
perseverance.
We need to pull all the
Yeah, you're serious.
all the weeds out of this thing. But I always come back to what I was doing before and complete it. But I do this like all the time. Like whatever is the newest, most important thing I can get done the quickest is what I do at any time, and it's crazy sometimes because it's like.
I'm gonna sit here. No
Like,
worries.
I very rarely start one thing and get that one thing done before starting something else. Have you noticed that, Dan?
Yeah, Shannon loves it.
But I also
Wait, Mr.
think
Potato Moto
I'm
sent you a
pretty
picture.
good at getting things done, ultimately.
Mr. Potato Moto
Yeah, if
says
you
that
want
this
to.
is you changing a light bulb.
Spirit
Waiting for
on
it to
Fire,
load.
thank you for your donation. ZeldaNet, thank you for your donation.
It's,
Thank you.
over
I
here,
can't tell what
Nate,
your name
behind-
is because
to my
Nate's
left,
butt is blocking it.
somewhere.
That's what's blocking it out.
Thank you, Brian.
I don't need it
Leo?
right now, but
Leo Odler.
Yeah, that one.
Hey, Nate, we're going to need some supplies. Come with me. Watching Malcolm in the
I
Middle.
just fired up P2. I just sat down and come with you. All right, you don't
That's
need to. Here
actually
you go.
very
I got
accurate.
P2.
Who, Mr. Potato
No
Moto?
pressure. No pressure. P2. It's all on you. Whole marathon riding on you.
We never agreed to that peanut butter jelly time thing. Throwing that out there. And if you're about to hit 50,000, Judd's also going to sing you a song, he promised.
$95.99.
Cassie understands.
Oh, there it is!
Wow, David, Abby, Evelyn again.
Thank you, David Abby.
You guys really, really, really love this marathon.
And we really, really love you.
Love it more than we do. I was actually coughing. That wasn't like a fake cough. I was actually coughing. Yay, we know!
$50,000 debt.
Stamp unlocked.
What does the wheel say?
Oh, what does it say?
Peanut butter jelly time, but we are going to be waiting a minute to do that.
No, the stamp.
The stamp?
Gently time.
The stamp would not be the peanut butter jelly one, I don't think.
No, I think it's the 50.
Access granted.
50K get.
50K get. Yeah, and then
Chat,
we
give
get a
us
lot.
the
Chris Dickens, thank you very much.
Chat, tell us the code for the pass for the stamp so we don't have to look.
Jessica Cuba, Jessica, thank you.
Thank you, Gordon.
Is there another
Dickens
one?
has a comment.
Or is that the only stamp right now?
The peanut butter jelly stamp will not get activated yet.
I'm exhausted from pushing so hard for that song.
We got you.
Access granted.
Regan S, thank you for your donation.
See, that's what you gotta do to get a whole donations. Wait till like 10 away and be like, we only need
Push.
$10.
Food goes on crying to his mama.
7 people donate.
We just need like 10,000 more dollars.
Whole bunch. Rabbits in Black and Warren and Adam Bober 64.
Access
Adam
granted.
Bober.
Adam Bober.
Now, if you guys get us to 51K in the next 5 minutes, I will also do a jelly.
Get back to work, you slacker.
They're not gonna get us a. It's not gonna happen. It's fine.
Why does that? If that's not a John Tanner donation, nothing should be.
We gotta put that screen
John,
back
did you
up.
hack the stream somehow?
Wouldn't surprise me.
They're already at $50,400.
Too far away.
Yeah.
Oh.
You guys have less than a minute. If you can bring it up, I'll join Judd and his Judley. Actually, a little nervous. They have the money to do it. Thank you, Warren. Thank you, Adam Palmer.
Oh, look at these props.
There are no props. Bethany says keep it going, y'all. Brian's
rolling,
putting
guys.
things to block the screen so I can't see them. 51K in... Nope, you've already missed it. I said if you guys could get it to 51K in less than a minute, I would join Jed for his Jedly, but you didn't do it. The wheel did go. The wheel went, and they're already $500 over the wheel. Roughly. Now someone just has to take a piece out of the ceiling and we're safe.
Huh? I mean, we've taken pieces out of the ceiling.
Yeah, but we need to use the band hammer.
Everybody in here that's
Oh.
going to be in here for this?
I'm sure, well,
Access
I guess.
granted.
Yeah, I could have used that.
113.
Anyone in the
Thank you for the
off-camera
donation.
coach
Donation.
feel the need to...
Tiger Jeb says, are any of you still associated with engineering at Purdue? None of us in this room are, but there are some that are.
Y'all left Purdue? How did I not know that?
Commodore Perry, thank you for the donation. How quick did you say?
Corbin and Victoria.
I said less than a minute.
Well,
They
it
had
takes a good
until-
30, 40. Oh, well.
They had until 8:25 and they didn't do it.
Yeah, well, you know there's Streamline,
There's
right?
lag. There's lag.
I said they had until
Andrew
8:25.
Hushbeck says that you should sing.
We just got to
Andrew Hushbeck says
Yeah,
that you should
I think
sing.
that you're involved in the
I think
Jedly
you're
now.
in.
But I said by 8:25. It's 8:27.
Alright.
It clearly
really
states
says that
it
you
clearly states that
Commodore Perry says for the kids, I'm trying to update the donation screen because there's like 42 comments now. PAX Weston Porters support you.
It is a whole bunch of characters on the screen.
Chris Dickens says for the kids from Chris and Renee Dickens of Bluegrass,
Lady
Optimist
Cat
Club of
you,
Kentucky.
thank
Tell
you.
Jed to get in there and sing.
Are you guys ready?
For which one?
Don't I dare what, Grey Collie?
I'm Carly Kloss. and
Whatever
I
you
just-
promised, you gotta do it.
I promised if they got to it by 25.
Yeah, but there's Streamline.
Yeah, I know. I'm
Yeah.
gonna do it.
You gotta do it.
I know.
They
I'm
made
gonna
it.
do it.
Ready, Nate?
No, but
Everybody
yes.
pause the game. Let's go.
Pausing the game.
I did say you couldn't do it, and one of you donated a whole lot of money to make that happen. So.
Show me the honey.
Wait a minute. We both have jelly. Let's switch this up.
Access granted.
This jelly is really cold, and why do you guys have so much jelly in the fridge?
Oh, we threw away a lot.
Watch out, watch out.
I pity the food goes on crying to his mama.
Yeah, let's see. Keep coming. Keep coming.
We're not on this game.
There you go. Jump right there.
Access
Oh.
granted.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, there you go. You're the one that's not on the camera.
Tip on the kiss. Nowhere else but here. But I don't know.
Not at home.
Sludge guy has moves. LMAO the chain. Bethany, you may be onto something. What did Bethany say? Bethany, I'll check the hours. Yeah, Psychofish, I should have known better, but you know what? For the turns, oh god, there's still money coming in. This jelly is really heavy.
Hello.
Some impressive skill from Chris with the underleg throw.
Oh, you like that?
The kid on the couch is showing you all up.
Thank you.
That's Kendra, that's Slouch Kid number 1.
Oh, that's gonna leave a mark.
Hey, let me get you something real quick. I'll be right back.
Cody G says at work, but congrats on 50K. I'll give you this $25 if you give me that Switch. Deal? ECN says in for the Switch. Shattered X Times says love you all. Ashley Barnaby says great job, guys. I've been watching since MM2. Here's my donation all the way from New Brunswick, Canada.
My goodness. We got donation comments all over the place now.
I'm sorry, Dave. I'm afraid I can't do that.
It's alright. Just trying to get everything sorted.
I already did. Okay. Oh, I have to read. Guys, chat. What did the second wheel say?
It's a.
I know, but I want them to remember. Yeah, that's what I thought it was.
Okay.
Thank you, 514.
I pity the fool goes home crying to his mama.
And add out to the Gann family, thank you for your donations.
Violator, what was your yes or no on your deal request? The chat never forgets.
Oh yeah, that's not gonna work.
Yoy!
I know, the chat remembers.
Don't waste the things.
Jed is warming up.
You might want to tell Jed that he owes them a 50,000 song and a 51,000 Jedly that I have to take part in because they did it in less than 60 seconds.
Okay.
I said if you guys can get it to 51,000 in less than a minute, I will join the Jedly, and then they did.
Okay. It is, Matt.
Can you take the Jedly and the peanut butter jelly time off?
I already did.
Awesome?
I got you.
You are top of it. We always forget that.
I got you.
Oh man, like 3 peanut butter jelly spins. Why?
It's like too much work. We don't even have
It might not be a bad thing to leave on in the middle of the night, though.
Keep people awake.
Yeah.
We can get that dirty plunger
I'll
out.
add it back in later.
I will go buy a
Subaru says you
clean
should listen
plunger.
5 minutes.
Oh.
I woke up to that plunger over my
Chad
head.
always remembers.
You know what? It doesn't matter what I said, Sweet Lou, because it's happening,
If the
okay?
goes off and somebody comes rolling in on the toilet.
I'm not rejecting anything. I am Stamp Girl. I literally owe you guys. I made you guys 3 new stamps since I sat in here. Go look at your passports.
We were racing Jed up and down the street. The neighbors are outside filming us. And the worst part was there was a
Heavy
really
Jelly
drunk
has
guy
ruined
that
Lesser
was
Woman.
walking
Carolyn
down
got
the
through that like a pro. Well,
and
thank
then
you.
Jed's like calling the cops.
Who are you?
Drunk guy.
Wait, what?
When the cops show up, you're not like, and they're looking for a guy that's clearly not of the good state. The guy riding down the street on the toilet is going to be a suspect.
Yeah, I would not have made that call until we were done with the race.
Hey, Cully says we made you.
Oh, the beast.
Great Collie, you did not make me. I've been here longer than you have, I'm pretty sure.
Tux Bobble, well, that's a good plan.
This will probably block the camera, but you know we can't read the chat. So.
And only half
yeah,
left
that
the
probably
camera.
blocks the camera.
I don't think we ever did the fan art contest.
All right, review the
Easy
fan
there,
art.
buddy. Don't do a
I'll
quick point
pull it.
into the table.
Access
Who's? How are we voting on fan art?
The best one.
The best one of all marathon?
Yeah.
Someone want to come be a second opinion?
Hold on, I'm gonna submit some fan art.
Dan was like, "Hey, I know you're outside. Brian and Jed said be careful because there's a drunk guy and then Jed rolls by on a toilet," says Bethany.
Yep.
Wheel of Awesome is now updated to not have the yucky thing.
Brent, thank you.
Not the yucky thing, not have the repeat thing. Can I put Brian?
Oh, come on.
It's so close.
Brian.
Access granted.
We're just gonna take your
Kendrin. You,
Kendrin, you're blocking the signal, buddy. They can see you wave over here as long as Brian's butt isn't in the way. So.
Brian's butt is always in the way.
Sometimes he has to make some adjustments. To get it out of the way.
I realized that.
Ragnar, for your donation.
Missed.
Yeah, I'll read it in a second. I need.
Access
I'll
granted.
get assistance with it in a second.
Liam, thank you for your donation.
Dragnor says for the PC case modding monkey family at the. That's a lot of words. But from their family to ours, essentially, is what that says. Keep up the awesome work. Thank you. Tim Livers says great dancing skills, Chris.
Hey, Tim, it's Livers.
Livers, sorry. The Gann family says, been watching since 2008. Love what you're doing. Keep it up for the kids. And that's all the comments. Guys, when you donate, add more comments so I have something to do.
Well, she actually.
About 37, thank you for your comment.
I was going to say that the comment from Drognor actually said, from the PC case modding monkey family at themodzoo.com to the Mario Marathon family, keep up the awesome work. Thanks. You're welcome. I figured you wanted the shout out for your site there, so I thought I'd help you out.
Probably.
Boosh.
Brian left.
Yeah, he does.
He's going to clean the gutters.
Okay. Can Nate show off the cool hat? Wu-Tang Clan. Yes. I can.
Wu-Tang Clan has
Actually,
a thing
I
for all
can't.
of your hats.
Walk over there and show them that hat.
Hello?
No, walk up to the camera. They wanted to see the hat, so I needed a hat model.
Go show the hat to the camera.
You want?
Can't see.
Kendron, go with Nate.
You want to come up here? Here, he's cuter than I am. Let's see. Stick it right there. There you go. Now, well, your hair too up the other way. Sorry.
That's not for
There.
your blanket.
There you go. Your hair too tall.
That's a
Stick it
for
back.
me blanket.
There you go.
Go
See,
get
it
your
says hold
own
up, mushroom right
blanket.
here. And then you go like this.
No.
Look down, look down, look down. Oh, and there's the thing, but now they need it detailed, so we're going to have to take it off.
No.
It actually has
No.
little outlines of all of the stuff on the hat, in addition to the one-up.
We're working on the fun art, Psychofish.
Yeah, we're gonna work on the fan art in a minute. We will run a thing. His shirt is also awesome, apparently.
Oh, whose shirt?
Hey, Andrew. Whatever you're doing under that blanket's not coming
Access
off good.
Is it mine? Is it my shirt?
I think they meant your shirt, yes.
They said sweet
This
hat.
is not a blanket stamp. He didn't ask for a blanket.
Nice cap, sick hat, such a cool kid. Yep, blanket stamp. Womp,
He
womp,
didn't
womp.
ask for a blanket. He just took the blanket out of my bag. There's a difference
Climby.
between those two things.
My girlfriend would probably not approve.
No, I had brought it with
Oh.
me home.
Be right back.
Tell Brian to come back in here.
For what?
I needed his help with something, and then he left.
Oh, the fan art?
Not that, but sure.
Kendron.
I also need
No
his
more
help with
cookies.
that. It was a
Kendron,
Wheel of
no
Awesome
more
related
cookies.
thing.
Okay, we'll figure it out.
They do love Slouch Kid's shirt. Slouch Kid left. You don't get a rejection stamp for not getting a stamp that you don't deserve, or that you didn't earn.
John Wilson,
That wasn't earned.
Thank you for your donation.
He didn't deny you a stamp. I'm arguing with
Chris
the chat.
from Virginia.
Chris from Virginia. At least you're not from Ohio.
Where do I go?
So nice to Ohio this year.
We spent 4 hours in Ohio. Chris from Virginia says thanks for the entertainment each year and raising money for a great cause. Love Super Mario Galaxy. Need to go back and play it. Better yet, Nintendo should re-release both Galaxy games in a package for the Switch.
Access granted.
Grey Collie, you don't get the stamp. You weren't rejected anything. You can't be... No, because if I give you guys the blanket stamp, I also have to put up mode fail. Actually, I don't, because I'm not a mode. Andrew wants me to ignore you, chat.
Spike him. Spike him. Spike him.
Oh, you got my hat.
Thank you.
Spicum
Not
says
a
this
fan
is
of
on
this thing
Ready?
arrangement.
This is on behalf of Kendron. I think...
Are you listening?
This is on behalf of Kendron for being our kid model.
There you go. They're donating in your name.
They donated for you.
Did they spell it right?
How do you spell it?
Kendron.
Nope, they didn't spell it right, but they tried. They got it very close. It's okay. Nobody spells my name right either.
The spelling wrong of names is a thing that we have to live with for the rest of our lives.
Mm-hmm.
Why did it bounce back?
Because it wasn't angled.
Cool.
Wait, what did Colton say?
Oleg Weg says, how do you enter? What are you entering? There's a hat for you.
Most of the stuff you count through this arguing with the ship.
Accurate.
All entries are a function of donations. So
I
just
do-
keep giving money.
I do spell my name with an Oxford comma. Actually, it's 8 Oxford commas. That's how you spell my name.
Wow.
You forgot the semicolon.
And this, there's no J. And a semicolon at the end.
If you're throwing in 8 Oxford commas, you might as well have a semicolon.
Fair enough. It's comma, 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 chameleon.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Froz Ted says
Yep.
Code Mario has been abandoned. I don't know about all that.
I'm flying.
1, 2.
You're
Hold on, I
flying.
have to go count it.
Uh-oh, you lost your propeller, dude.
Sean's clever Twitch name? Yes, that's how you spell my name.
What? This is wood?
Actually, with 2 N's
I thought it
also.
was foam.
Oh, Brian made it out of wood.
Psychofish, why? I don't have that much power.
Oh, I should probably watch that video of myself on the news, but I've got other things to pay attention to.
You looked adorable.
It was
Well, you know,
It's on my Facebook.
they have so much material to work with. Except hair.
Chris looks like he has a spike hat,
Me?
apparently.
Yeah, it's
The
the,
turtle shell is
something.
No.
Tell him that you're on vacation.
The spikes of the
Access
things
granted.
right over your head.
Let me see.
No, you have
It
to look
is
at the
2
video.
N's. It's not quite 2 N's like
look
Nintendo.
at the video, you can see it right there.
It does look like you have a spike hat.
Grey Collie wants you to do something for them, Nate. I'm not quite sure what. Nintendo does have
Could
3
you
N's.
just...
Frosted doesn't know how to spell.
Yeah.
Got it.
Tax Megan.
Ooh, someone donated. Oh, Colin.
Colin. Thanks, Colin. Thanks also to Shattered X times.
Is there
I
a
started
voodoo
to say
stamp?
extremes and that was not it.
Believe me, words are failing me.
How much in a
haven't been here
donation
nearly
to
as long
get
as
someone
you
to
have,
pick
but I do
up?
numbers. So.
How much in donation to get someone to pick up Kendra while wearing the Mario hat with the propeller spelling and yelling woohoo?
I'll try.
How much?
$100.
$100
Tax Kid Jeep's on it for $100.
For me?
You okay with that?
to put a hat on your head and pick you up.
We put that hat on your head, and Jeep picks you up and runs through the room yelling woohoo with you.
Well, maybe not run, but quickly move.
Yeah.
Trotting. I don't know
Yeah.
the Jeep knows how to
I can't run.
Okay, no
you're,
running.
You're in
all
no
right.
danger there.
They never said run, just picked them up.
Yes.
Good enough.
So $100?
Uh-oh, sounds like it's on the table.
For who?
Are you on? Are you
He's
in?
gonna.
Would Jeep
You want to do
let you do
it?
that?
If they give $100, will you let him pick you up while you're wearing
Like
that?
so it'd be like you're flying with a propeller? Okay, sure.
All right, chat,
It's in.
we got
All right.
it. So if you donate $100, Kendrin will be picked up with this propeller hat and yelling woohoo.
Yep.
And shouting timber.
Well, maybe some of it.
Not the shouting timber part.
Oleg Weg, thank you for your donation.
And also make it spin like this.
Yeah, we'll do it.
Fast.
We'll get as fast as we can.
Guys, I made you 3 new stamps. Go check the password and figure out how to activate them.
Spikem says, man, out of my price range. Well, you can combine. Just mention it in the
Is
comments.
there a
Yes,
stamp
Colin,
going
I
right
know.
now? Or no? Okay.
It's not...
It was more crowded earlier. So
Can they combine? Is that allowed?
Sure. Just put it in the comments.
Alright, put it in the comments that you're combining, that you're
Kendra.
mingling funds. And we'll tell you when you hit it.
Ooh, careful.
Tender.
Spikeham wants to know who's in it with them.
Leoke says he hasn't checked his total in a while.
They're counting stamps.
They're counting stamps because I'm not releasing them a rejection stamp for not giving them the blanket stamp.
Whatever.
Oh, I asked for a blanket earlier.
Uh-oh, well,
Oh!
two
You asked for a
comments.
blanket.
We're on!
I did.
Let's
I
see,
asked my
maybe.
mom.
Let's hear what the
It was very
comments say.
quiet. Alright.
Thunder Dragon?
Andy Charles says Propeller Hat, and Thunder Dragon says I regret the rejection of past rejection stamp. Sorry, hold on.
I regret the
reject-
rejection of past rejection stamp rejects.
Thank you.
Tongue twisters. Did them last night. Got all warmed up.
Yeah, I don't care.
Alright, whichever.
Alright, it's happening.
Safest.
Safest and easiest.
We're doing really good at donations right now.
Alright, Kindred.
Guys, we're
How about
less
here
than
on this chair?
$400 away from the next Wheel of Awesome spin too.
It's okay. Okay, because he was wearing it. Stay comfortable.
Yep. They go down on his
There's
glasses.
your
Yeah.
Are we good? Okay. You may need to kind of hold on to it.
There we go.
Okay.
Spin it.
There has
Get
to
it
be lots of
spinning.
woohooing.
Get it
Say
spinning.
woohoo! And get on camera because you guys aren't right now.
Yep.
Well, we'll go to the wide cam. Hold
We're
on a
going for
second.
the wide cam. Hold on. Give it just a sec. They're going.
Hang tight.
They're changing cameras.
Prepare for launch.
There you go.
Alright, ready? And contact.
Woohoo!
It's gotta be woohoos!
Get it spinning again.
Ah, spin it! Contact! Spin it!
Spinning. Nice, I get it.
Is this satisfactory, chat? Are we doing it? Are you proud?
Is this satisfactory?
Are you not entertained?
Have I met all of your expectations today?
Tax Kid launch.
More woohooing! I need more woohooing! Woohoo!
Yes, that is epic.
So proud. The chat is so proud.
Andy
Cute.
Charles, are you
So worth it.
chat is entertained?
Okay.
Just don't drop the kid.
Right.
Extremely proud.
Everything's good.
He's young, they bounce.
Chat is pleased.
Easy.
Good catch.
Hit my toe.
Good catch.
You have pleased them. I am adequately. Zach Phlegmatic is adequately entertained.
We deem
Entertainment
your
get.
offering worthy.
Good.
See,
You
now,
pleased the chat. No lines for the kids.
on Mario Marathon, sometimes there are
I like
things
to
that
please,
just don't make
so-
any sense.
What's a Stamp Girl trophy, Bethany? What did I miss?
Access granted.
A lot. We miss a lot around here.
Well
I finally
done.
decided to stop caring about missing things because you miss so much.
Alright, I think we got
So-
Aiden, but just in case, thank you, Aiden. Thank you, Max and Brooke and Swedish Guy, for your donations.
Thank you guys. So
Was that fun, Kendron?
sometimes at Mario Marathon,
Kind
things
of.
just get odd juxtapositions due to everything going on. So I'm going to take a picture and then I'll show it to the feed. We have the chat right at the top of the screen, as you can kind of see. But on the
when
same
is
piece
it my
of
turn to
table
play
is
You know,
the
I have
mouse
no
for
idea.
the computer,
I'm not in charge of
a
any of those
hammer,
things.
Brian's glasses,
Oh, very nice,
and,
Bethany.
Hang on a
and
second.
a
Kendron,
pocket
it's this
meat
one
wrapper.
too.
I'm
So
also good at those.
Psychofish
Kind of.
says he's proud of
Mom,
the
are you gonna
secret
drink
thing.
that other soda?
Well,
But why
yep.
can't you do it on this one?
I would like to
I'll
have
make sure
Aiden
that
Because we're
that's
not-
what
I'd like to get it
as
when
I
we
It
find
uses
it.
the
And I be the fool so bad that Mario
so it doesn't use the gamepad.
Thank you, Brian.
What?
We'll be back.
Okay.
Thank you, Spike'em. Spike'em says, here's my 25, even though someone else got it all before I got the chance.
There we go.
Rock that combo, guys.
You can kind of see the hammer and the glasses and all that crap. It's just sort of piled up down here. So things just happen and we don't really know why, but they do.
There's a stamp that none of you have yet, because I just made it.
Is there an upside down Mario stamp?
No.
Hey, Matt Turner, good to see you too.
Should there be an upside down?
Access granted.
Yeah.
Access granted.
Gus R, thank you.
Gusser?
I feel like
Thank
if you
you,
put an
Gusser.
upside down Mario stamp, it should be play the level.
OG Joe,
the level doing
thank you
all
for your
those.
donation.
Jed's warming up. Jedley will happen, but this is like a.
I should probably go talk to him about how I'm getting involved in this Jedley.
You may regret that conversation, but good luck.
Yeah, I know.
Man, I keep giving these things. Oh, Mario in distress. Mario's always in distress. So's Peach. It happens all the time.
Ogie Joe.
Be right back.
Yep. Damn. Oh my goodness.
Probably ask him how
They're on it, I promise. There's been discussion. There's mostly Jed hiding in another room. That's a thing too, so.
What is the Jedley? I don't think I know this.
It is a Jed musical medley.
Peter Pooh goes home crying to his mama.
What is it saying?
What's that?
What?
Oh,
what
what's
is it
that?
saying?
You know what? I don't know. I have no idea. I'll be honest. Edward, thank you for your donation. Well, interestingly enough, Spike'em, we raised those two kids independent of one another. He has a spouse. I have a spouse. They are not the same.
I have a
people.
But interestingly, Megan and I have known each other. Whoops, I just squished. For
Craters.
I'm stealing whoever's
third.
That is
20.
Carolyn's.
7 years.
Yeah. 27.
Oh, that would have been painful.
Oh my gosh, I can't see things. Yes, I do feel better not trying to figure out 600K anymore. I had a number that I had totaled up where I left the Zelda year out. And then I recalculated stuff, but I used the FAQ page as opposed to the wiki page. So my numbers were slightly different, but my numbers were close to what's on the stamp. So I decided at that point my numbers were good. But then there were all these other numbers that kept coming up, and I was like, no, wait! Numbers is my thing, and... See, and I had, when I was using, I used rounded numbers. 37,379 was what I came up with based on a rounded figure. What are you looking for, Nate?
I don't know. I had headphones. They're somewhere.
Oh.
Whatever.
Okay. Yeah, see, that was the thing. The wiki values, I think the wiki values had more coin. Like, some of the FAQ figures are rounded, so... Brian, thank you for your donation.
Again.
That's some nice tunes. What was that? Love it.
No, we gotta be
Willis,
careful. I'm very strict.
can you tell me what you clicked on? My husband broke his chat.
Sweet.
You can use your Twitter.
Go to,
If you use hashtag Mario Marathon, you can use your Twitter, because I'm supposed to be reading those.
Someone should be.
I'm not doing
Otherwise,
anything. Should I be doing something?
if you're still on the main Mario Marathon page, there where the chat is, if you click on the Twitch on the left of the menu at the bottom there, that should give you the chat back.
Make sure that you leave all those here, okay?
Yes, you did a fine job, Steven. Thank
Mario.
you. Appreciate it. Yes, sir. Oh, you got a Mario?
Where'd it go?
Yeah. No, that was one of the things that actually was
This
strange.
guy's coming.
You got a bullet bill? I actually found Mario Marathon in... Good job, honey.
Nice. Oh, you got my leg. I'm gonna be bleeding.
Mario Marathon 2 when it was the trending topic on Twitter. And you were not in an MMHQ at the time that I started watching.
Yeah.
But then you arrived and there was like a lot. And it was very strange. Because while Chris and I have known each other for 27 years, we had not seen each other in 20 of them probably.
Probably.
Annie Kiki, thank you
It's hitting you.
for your
see
Tax
that.
Megan based donation. Yes,
Blowing holes in my
the
leg. with
1040
bullet bill.
donation. I saw it, babe. I got you.
Now
I
there's
got you.
Now there's
My
a bomb
husband
that's
is on
blowing
our
up
computer
your
at home, so
computer.
he's now on my Twitch account.
Oh no, there's the bombs blowing everything up.
Wait, did I?
Access granted.
Yeah, I probably did. It's alright. I didn't have anything to type, so.
See, now I think, Amiyashi, I'm thinking that at least some of the wiki numbers were less than FAQ numbers. So, I agree that there's some difference there as a function
Don't do it on
of
Kazoo. Give me that kazoo
post-event
right now.
donation things. But I don't know for sure what we've got there. Matt P.
Get over-
Turner,
But then they
thank
get
you
the
for your
kazoo stamp
donation.
and they can't get angry.
Yeah, that was this morning.
But then they get the kazoo stamp and then they're
Hey,
even
Brian.
more happy.
If he's gonna sing, put the mic on the.
What's happening on the chat or on the feed right now? What is that thing?
Alright, if he's gonna sing, I'm gonna go listen to this.
You want to listen to
Oh, it's better to listen to it on the stream anyway. I just don't want to have this in the background.
Real quick before Jed gets started, remember your $10 donation gets you in the Switch drawing at 10 o'clock.
Television control.
Chase Ferguson, thank you for your entries.
Do you know where the TV controller is anymore? Is it
TV control.
in that box up there? Is that it?
Is this a TV control?
That's the one.
Yep. What, less than 65 bucks gets us to 52.
Access granted.
Oh no.
Okay.
Oh, good
Do you
job.
have a French horn somewhere in your house I can do this
Nope,
way better?
I don't have a French horn somewhere in my house. I would have brought that up.
Access granted.
Frozen tea, thank you.
Why
I
don't
see
you have
those
a French
entries
horn
coming
somewhere in
in.
your house?
Bring that chair right here.
Grab
I
that
don't
Switch.
want to bring that chair right
You
there.
can bring that chair right here. No, sit down in it.
No, you can't sit there.
I can't sit there.
Fugitive
Censored.
Thank
Sit
you.
here.
Wait, hold on.
Oh, great.
Carolyn Glomps.
Carolyn glomps the stream.
I don't know what that means.
Neither do
You
I.
still don't know what glomps means?
I don't know, but if my stream was glumpy, I would go to a doctor.
It is not.
You need to come here and be on camera. 'cause
I
this
can't
is-
glomp during the
Right.
video. I'm in the. Can that be my
Kendrick's
portion of
not
the
eating a
Jedley?
bunch of cookies out there.
Come here. Come here.
You should be closer.
But he had that
There you go.
before.
Okay.
That was before you
Internet.
told him no more cookies. So that's okay.
No, I'm sitting too close to you. You can take the kazoo now.
No.
sorry.
Oh, you know, you don't get the kazoo.
Thank
Give me
you,
the
Ron
kazoo.
TG.
Chat, do you guys want the kazoo stamp?
No. Give me the kazoo. We'll get into some kazoo. Give me the kazoo, Carolyn. Put it in my hand. Put the kazoo in my hand. We're gonna do this. We're gonna do this. We're gonna do this right now. Give me the kazoo.
Hold on. Hold on. If we're gonna do this right now, I need to go make sure something's not happening in the other room. So I'll be right back.
No. Put that away. You may not fire bullets at anyone.
Oh,
No
yeah.
bullets.
Alright.
Doesn't matter. He won't know how to find it.
Peter Booth goes home crying to his mama.
Mary Lee Stein.
My husband can't use his phone.
Thank you. Pastor Bob.
Ow.
Oh, were you going that way?
No, but
Yeah.
I just broke the. Hold on. I broke the stream.
Access granted.
So I hear Carolyn has to I hear Carolyn has to be involved in this somehow. So here we go. So we're
Audio,
gonna.
we appreciate it.
So now what we need to do.
I am not Lou.
Now what we need to do is.
Are we blocking the thing? I'm assuming he's good.
Okay,
No,
so-
my dress came from Hot Topic. I'm answering the questions.
Don't answer the questions.
Okay, ignore the questions.
We're performing now. Okay, I'm gonna teach Carolyn how to do backup on this right now. It's gonna be fine. Okay. This is all you have to do. And you can do this at home too. Just sing along with your computer. It's that box that's on the desk in front of you. Okay, this is how it goes. Let me get it.
Ow.
Come on. No! Come on. That's what it is. Come on.
I can't sing.
Stop talking. You can't sing if you're talking.
Put some effort into it.
Stop staring.
Clark Rasmussen.
I'm not even
Miss
making
Nikki,
eye
Thank you for
contact.
your donations.
I made a fraction of a second of eye contact, and you're like, stop staring.
Carolyn, you're ruining it.
What?
You're ruining it.
I know.
Okay. That's it. I hate these. So it's
What?
Perfect. Now I'm gonna do the progression. Keep doing it. Don't see nothing wrong with the Mario Marathon. Don't see nothing wrong with the Mario Marathon. I don't see nothing wrong with the Mario Marathon. I don't see nothing wrong with the Mario Marathon. Nothing wrong with the Mario Marathon. Don't see nothing wrong with the Mario Marathon. Keep going. Keep going. If you want me to stay, I'll be around today. Be available for you to see. But I'm about to go, and then you'll know. For me to stay, and got to be me. You'll never be in doubt. That's what it's all about. You can't take me for granted and smile. But please don't go. We can move on. Cause I promise I'll be gone for a while. And when you see me again, you'll know that it has been the kind of person you really are now. You got to get it straight. How could I ever be late when you're my woman taking up my time? don't see nothing wrong with the Mario Marathon. I don't see nothing wrong with the Mario Marathon. There, you just were part of the Jedley.
Yay! Okay, bye.
And you didn't need any of these kazoos.
They said do a random kazoo solo. They asked me for it.
Well, I'm glad that you listened to me and not them, because who's in charge of this show? Them.
Oh, Andrew, you can have this back.
Slide in some donation comments on Joe. Doesn't have a lot to give this year because he's unemployed, but I'm so happy to help him put little.
Sure, I'll marry you, Pam.
Thank you.
Mary Lee Stein, thanks for all you do for the children.
Thank you for doing all the work.
Donate money and I will marry you. I'm
Charlotte
that
and
easy.
Nora, thank you for your donations. I'm getting caught up. Bear with me a second, guys. Mega Freak 400. Tomatoey, Spider, and Devin. Devin says, "Sing it, Jed."
Oh, so I wasn't there,
right? You were doing a fine job.
Access.
Okay, I tried just now. Ugh, this is gonna be terrible. I hate to apologize before I start the song, but what?
Never mind.
Access granted.
I had a thought. I was gonna make a request, but I'll make a request later.
Okay.
The end.
I tried to just write a song. I tried to adapt a song, parody a song for Mario, and since I just wrote it, and I barely wrote it, and I didn't practice it, it's probably gonna mess up. But I'm gonna try it out anyway, and we'll just dig through it. Going over the lyrics in my head. Alright, let's try it out. Mario, tell your princess not to walk my way. Tell your princess not to hear my words, what they mean, what they say. Mario, Mario, keep her in my castle tower for life. Hide her deep inside the 8-4 world. Oh, Mario, Luigi, gonna take your princess out tonight. Gonna show her my world. Oh, Luigi. Give you the extra life. Keep the one you pee just for me. And my Koopa's gonna strike. And my Lakitu Spiny. Keep the extra life for me. Yeah, keep the one you pee just for me. And my Koopa's gonna Mario. Mario, can keep them in the dark for life? Can you hide them from the waiting world? Oh, Mario, Luigi, do you want a butt slam with me? The next part. Luigi! I'm gonna start it again. Do you want a butt slam with me? Wanna know how big a bullet bill can be? Oh, Luigi! Not gonna give you the extra life. Keep the one you pee just for me. And my Koopa's gonna strike. What else should I play? Oh, people keep asking for Mexico on eBay. Every time people ask for Mexico on eBay, I play this song once every 2 years, and it's on the Mario Marathon.
I'm gonna throw in donation comments real quick.
Yes.
Pixel Power Up, thank you for your donation. Seriously, guys, thanks for all the fantastic memories this year. Thank you. The Leo K Collective, thank you for your donation. Ed Roach, thank you for your donation. Phantom 99B, Matt and Draco, love you guys. Keep it going forever. Thank you, Matt. We can keep it going if you keep donating.
Until Wednesday, because we need to go to bed.
The other Leo K, thank you for your donation.
D-Pad does have a copy of that album online. Just ask him where it is next time he's in here. He'll post it.
Happy birthday, Mitch Mo. Happy birthday to my big bro, Mitch. Sorry, not sorry. I spent your present money on the kids. Love you. Best birthday present ever is helping a kid who's fighting for that next birthday, so we'll take it. Lane and Brian and Allison, thank you all for your donations. Okay, that's good.
Buzzes.
A lot. Oh, don't break it.
So, my request is Jed plays Carolyn from Mario Marathon 3 or 4.
You're gonna have to what?
I will.
Is that a song you made up one time?
You want me to play?
That song you made up one time 4 years ago.
You want me to play? You want me to play you?
Yes.
All right, get up here. No, JK.
I
keep buzzing.
Okay.
Brian, it's not after dark yet.
Bought you Mexico on eBay. I bought you. I remember the birthday. I bought you Mexico on eBay. I bought you still won't see me. Okay, and then I just have to learn the like bridge thing.
Play this song.
Okay, I got it.
I like no rain, no blind melon. That's a good
contest.
All right, here we go. Here we go. Mexico on eBay. Well, shut up. Shut up.
That's not a nice way to ask them to be quiet, Chad. Not very friendly.
Yeah, you shut up too. Everybody, I will tell.
Barely, thank
I
you.
will tell all of you to shut up.
Mario teaches manners next year.
Better than Mario teaches stereotyping. Well. Okay, internet, say it with chat. Say it with me. Well. I'm not going until I see a well. Well, there it is! Well, I remembered your birthday. I bought you Mexico on eBay, but you still won't see me. I guess I can't stop you from leaving, and if you leave me lonely. And the proud nation that man sold me is on my shelf, getting moldy. You can stop saying, well, I guess I'll never ever wanna hold me again, no. Does anybody know how the next part of the verse starts?
I don't know. Killian's next is getting moldy.
They like bot.
No, that's in the first part.
Girls Shack wants you to become the Fresh Prince.
I'll wait until chat catches up with me. How's the next line start?
Let me look it up.
Psychofish is gonna look it up. This is great. This is a good concert. Okay, this is what I'll do. I'll start over again, and then maybe by the time. Okay, it'll be after this. No, it can't go straight to the bridge. Oh my god, it does go straight to the bridge. Sorry. It's taken me a while to realize that the look of surprise in your deep brown eyes when I let you know I bought you Mexico was actually a look of dread, and in the end, nothing was Jed. You just walked away, shaking your head. I've been dying to kiss you again, and now I'm dead. Now it's a little more than over. I'm a little less than sober, but I would buy you the cliffs of Dover if you would just come over and give me just one more kiss to restore my perpetual happiness. And if you think I am through with this, just wait till I buy you Switzerland for Christmas. Switzerland for Christmas, na 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 na. Switzerland for Christmas. Switzerland for Christmas, na 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 na. So, where are you at? Right here. Let me do this Alicia Keys song again because I love it so well. I played this before. Did you hear this before? You were here last night. Oh, you just like it that much? I want to hear it 2 days in a row, you weirdo. Hold on. That one's got a little capo trap on it.
You're also posting requests.
There it is.
Here comes the money.
Hi, Chris and Jackie. Thank you for your donation.
Some people live for the fortune. Some people live just for the fame. Some people live for the power, yeah. Some people live just to play the game. Some people think that the physical thing define what's there. I've been there before, know that life's a bore, so filled with the superficial. You miss Mitch, do you really? Man, some people want it all, but I don't want nothing at all. If it ain't you, baby, if I ain't got you, baby. Now some people want diamond rings, some just want everything, but everything means nothing if I ain't got you. Some people search for a fountain, promises forever young. Some people need 3 dozen roses. That's the only way to prove that you love them. Give me the world on a silver platter. good? What good would it be with no one to share and no one who truly cares for me? And some people put it wrong, but I don't want nothing at all. It ain't you, baby, if I ain't got you, baby. Now some people want time to bring, some just want everything. Everything means nothing if I ain't got you. Some people want it all, but I don't want nothing at all. If it ain't you, baby, if I ain't got you, baby. No, some people want diamond rings, some just want everything, but everything means nothing if I ain't got you.
They've requested Are You That Somebody?
I want to hear some Taylor Swift.
I'd like to request a soulful rendition of Hey Ya by Outkast.
They want to know, do you hate playing Daphne? Not asking you to play it, they're just curious if you hate playing Daphne. They also were requesting Selfish Waltz, Are You That Somebody, and Hot and Cold. Pass that one.
Did you hear Jeep's request?
What?
I requested a very soulful rendition of Hey Ya.
I don't
Very soulful.
I don't know that I don't know that song well enough to do it right this second. Maybe,
Yeah, see.
in a couple of years.
It's also Bethany's favorite.
David Todd,
That's the name of the person
Slingshot
who did Gotta
Stocks,
Be Somebody. Or
The Insane Green, Carrie Larson, Mitch Bartlett, Chris and Jackie Coop. Sorry. Nope. Sorry. MGAF, Nameless PC, Andrew Hushbeck,
and Chris and Jess.
Thank you all again.
They also want Ignition.
Not the remix?
Maybe the remix. Nobody wants the original.
The original's a lot more dirty. I've got a new I'm up and real close. I've got a new life. I've got a new life. I've got a new life.
Access
I've got a new life. You would hardly recognize me. I'm so glad. How could a person like me care for you? Under the pale moon, so many years I wonder who you are. How could a person like you bring me joy? Under the pale moon, where I see a lot of stars. I saw the sign, and it opened up my eyes. I saw the sign. Life is demanding without understanding. Yeah, I saw the sign. It opened up my eyes. I saw the sign. No one's gonna drag you up under the pale moon. So many years I wonder who you are. How could a person like you bring me joy under the pale moon, where I see a lot of stars? I saw the sign, and it opened up my eyes. I saw the sign. Love is demanding without understanding. Yeah, I saw the sign, and it opened up my eyes. I saw the sign. No one's gonna drag you up to get into the light where you belong. Hey, hey. Just pretend like it. Hey. Just do it a bunch of times, and they'll think you're doing it on purpose. Hey. I saw the sign, and it opened up my eyes. I saw the sign, love is demanding without understanding. Yeah, I saw the sign, and it opened up my eyes. I saw the sign, and no one's gonna drag you up. Hey. I don't hate doing Daphne. I could do Daphne. Wait, what are the other requests?
Selfish Waltz. Are you that somebody?
Selfish Waltz.
Hot and cold. Daphne's always a request.
Hot and cold.
You can see if they're begging you for it.
Okay. I don't remember the words to Hot Cold. Down, we're wrong when it's right, black and it's white. We fight, we break up, kiss, we make up. You don't really wanna think, no, oh, you don't really wanna go, oh, cause you're hot and you're cold, yes, and no, in the dark now, up and you're down, we're wrong, and it's right, black and it's white. We fight, we break up, we kiss, we make up, yeah, you, Papa do, like I do, Papa pop. I'm at top in a butt, Papa do, Papa tap, and I sign up, Papa stamp, passport stamp, cause you're hot and you're cool, you're just and you know, and you're up and you're down, you're wrong when it's a right, black and it's a white, we break up, we get, we make. When it's a right, back, it's a right. You don't really wanna take your wow. You don't really wanna go. Oh, cause you're hot, you're cold, and you're no in and you're up and you're down. You're wrong when it's a right, black, it's a white. We bang, we break up, we kiss, we make up. Boxcar waiting outside the family store. Out by the fire breathing. Outside we'll wait till this turns blue. know the nervous walking. I know the bird did hang out by the boxcar waiting. Take me back to nowhere place. Is a wait so long. Never wait so long. Yeah, you Papa do and I boot dip a dope. Got the doop
Access granted.
He transitioned into this that year too. I know 3 songs, dude. Cause you're hot and you're cold, you're yes and you know, you're in and you're out, you're up and you're down, you're wrong when it's a right, you're black and it's a white, we fight, we pick up, we just, we make up. You don't really wanna stay, no, you don't really wanna go, cause you're hot and you're cold, you're yes and you're no, you're in and you're out, up and you're down, you're wrong when it's a right, you're black and it's a white, it's a bang and make up, kiss me, make up. Is that the same song? Does Katy Perry only know 2 songs? Cause you're hot and you're cold, you're yes and you're no, you're in and you're out, you're up and you're down, you're wrong and it's a right, you're black and it's a white, we fight, we make up, we kiss, we make up. I can't do Cure High because I don't know that song. Show me how you do the trick. The one that makes me laugh, she said. The one that makes me laugh, she said. Puts her arm around my head. Wait, these are the chords. These are like those chords for like that, the big long, so I could do if I wanted, and I don't want to. I couldn't do the whole thing because I don't know it, because I don't listen to stuff like that. But if I wanted to, and I don't, I could sing a little song about someone who's just a small town girl living in a lonely world. She took the midnight train going anywhere. Just a city boy, born and raised in Canada. She took the midnight train going anywhere. Jeb Johnson, don't stop, Jeb Johnson, don't stop, Jeb Johnson, don't stop, Jeb Johnson, no, don't stop, Jeb Johnson, don't stop, Jeb Johnson, no, don't stop, Jeb Johnson, no, don't stop.
Mom.
Oh, you made me down. I apologize.
There's no stuff to try.
Access granted.
Let's see here. What's the what are the others? Selfish Waltz. God, how does that even go?
Are You That Somebody?
I know Are You That Somebody. Selfish
Keep playing
Waltz.
and take my money. You will, like the child's play will.
Access granted.
With a lovely lady who's in love. Lady, I know. Okay. I'm in love with a lovely lady who's in love with a lady I know. And the lady I know is in love with a lovely lady, the very lovely lady that I love. Now you understand why I'm crying. This problem's not hard to see. This could be a love triangle. If anyone, I pay the food goes on crying, good mama, love me. My friends say I'm in love with an idea, and that may be true. If so, how can I make this idea love me too? 'Cause idea, oh no, I'm still crying. Why wasn't this meant to be? This could be a love triangle. If anyone, 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 no, anyone, love me. That's it. Love me. Love me. Love me. Love me.
Access granted. Access granted.
Boy, I've been watching you like a hawk in the sky to fly you were my prey. Well, I promise you if we keep bumping heads, no one will be day. We gon' hook it up while we talk on the phone. See, I don't know if that's good. I've been holding back this secret from you. I probably shouldn't tell it, but if I let you know, you can't tell nobody. I'm thinking about nobody. Hope you're responsible, but I gotta watch my body. I'm not a dirty body. Is it my dome? Is it your bone? Sometimes I'm goody goody. Now I'm naughty naughty. Say yes or say no, 'cause I need somebody. Tell me how to somebody. Climbing in the windows and setting your people up, trying to take them. So you better hide your kids, hide your wife, hide your peach, hide your toes, hide your peach, hide your toe. Hide 'cause this is taking that bag out here. You don't have to come and confess. We're looking for you. We're gonna find you. We're gonna find you. So run and tell that. Run and tell that. Run and tell that. Oh boy, boy, won't you pick me up at the back right now? The black brown, everyone's sleep. I'll be waiting there with my trench, my logs in my hand. So keep it know that would be weak. Homeboy, see him cussing you, my heart, my soul. I probably shouldn't let you, but if I let you know, you can't tell nobody. I'm thinking about nobody. I hope you're responsible. I gotta watch my body. I'm not just anybody. Is it my goal? Is it your goal? Sometimes I'm goody. Now I'm naughty. Say yes, say no, cause I need somebody. Tell me I let somebody to say my name. No one is around you. Say baby I love you. You ain't running games. Say my name. You acting kinda shady. Ain't calling me baby. Why the sudden change? Say my name. No one is around you. Say baby I love you. If you ain't running games. Say my name. Acting kinda shady. Ain't calling me baby. Why the sudden change? Remember in the day, call and say, baby, how's your day today? It's the same. Every other word is a hey, okay? Couldn't be that you at the crib of a lady. But you get there, first of all, let me say, I am not the one to sit around and play. It's up to me from the girl that's great. Don't you say the things that you said to me yesterday. I don't see nothing wrong with the Mario Marathon. I don't see nothing wrong with the Mario Marathon. I don't see nothing wrong with the Mario Marathon. I don't see nothing wrong with the Mario Marathon. Hey! Been trying to meet you. Hey, must be a devil between us, or floors in my bed, floors at the door, floors in my head. But hey, where have you gone? If you go, I will surely die. Would you aim? Would you aim? Would you aim? Would you aim? If I let you know, can't tell nobody, talking about nobody. I hope you're responsible. I'm not watch my back. I trust anybody. Is it my goal? Is it your goal? Sometimes I'm goody. Right now I'm naughty. Say yes, say no. I need somebody. Tell me I need somebody. Say yes or say no. I need somebody. Tell me I like somebody. Say yes or say no. I need somebody. Tell me I like somebody. Yeah.
Access granted.
They're requesting blind melon. Or no rain. Blind melon.
That I don't know.
Okay. It was a
You
donation.
can't really.
It was a donation comment, that's why I said it.
Donation comment.
There's also about 50
Close.
more donations that came in. They also want somebody to love.
Don't we all? I don't know how to play that song. I'll do one more just for fun.
See? Somebody to love. I got you.
Well, every time I see Daphne, I fall apart like someone stabbed me in my heart. Now slap me, wake me up, 'cause it's time to go to the Daphne show. Now, Daphne, I know this song is kinda hackneyed, but simple melodies attract me, and so do you. This your birthday gift, it's the best I can do for you. Go, Daphne, go, it's your birthday, it's a real deal, just a play, Daphne, go, it's your birthday, not for real, just a play, Daphne, go, it's your birthday, it's for real deal, just a play, Daphne, go, it's your birthday. I should probably mention that the big rap in the middle of this song, I didn't write it. My friend Harry Levy wrote this, and I just perform it because I didn't write very much of this song. I mean, I wrote the music, and then I wrote that part that I just sang. But he wrote the whole rap, which is most of the lyrics of the song. So I should really make sure that everybody knows that Harry Levy wrote the rap. Yeah, I wish Harry were here right now so that he can tell me how the rap starts, because I forget. Oh yeah, it starts with the vowels. A-E-I-O-U-Y. Oh, you give me my fill, that is a chronological, ideological fill that inspired this. Relay race of angels where an idea was the baton, and the angels were computers in this 21st century song from Indiana, Indianapolis, all the way to Los Angeles. The sentiment was similar. There were no nebulous names. We only absolutely, definitely, continually, cosmologically adore. Yeah, said Daphne the Painted Lady. The rabbit is safe, and the humans are safer. I mean, we'll survive, right? I say we're keepers. At least be born again in the form of a painted hero. Of the music, of the music. My consciousness has been transcended by a beat, by a hook, by a message overlooked. When I'm down in the dirt and you bring me up real good, like when you say go Daphne, go, it's your birthday, it's a real deal. Never play Daphne, go, it's your birthday, never real. Never play Daphne, go, it's your birthday, not for real. Never play Daphne, go, it's your birthday. So go Daphne, go, it's your birthday, it's a real deal. Never play Daphne, go, it's your birthday, never real. Never play Daphne, go, it's your birthday, never real. Never play Daphne, go, it's your birthday.
Jen, I have a question.
Yes.
Where can we download your music? I'm sure the audience and me.
D-Pad has an album, has all of your albums that you gave him online. But I don't know what his download link is. I know it's a Dropbox.
I have a Google Drive that has a folder called Pound Tunes. Outstanding. It has a bunch of them in it. But that's the only place that
You're asking if you've played Ain't Nothing Wrong yet.
I honestly don't. I really don't like playing Ain't Nothing Wrong. I know that that's
really bad thing to say.
It's a really bad thing to say, but like I honestly like everybody. People are always like, you know that one part and ain't nothing wrong when you said this, and I'm literally remembered 0 of the lyrics.
Remember the time you said my name wrong?
I said your name wrong. Yeah, that's the only thing I remember is that your name is. I said it wrong.
You said 55.
Yeah, I said 55 instead of 35, which is what you get for assigning a number to the end of your name.
It's my robotics team.
Good job, Jed.
It's your robotics team?
How did you forget that?
Oh, actually, there's a. Well, no, it's not a random number. There's a link in the chat to your songs. They've popped it up.
All right. Good.
Also, we have about 40 donation comments to go through at some point, and we have a fan art contest, and we have 3 Wheels of Awesome, one of which, by the way, is a Jed Time story.
Here, let me read some of the donation content. Hey.
Here, let me bring you back down to the bottom of the list where we were.
I didn't get that link at all.
Access granted. Access granted.
Is Jed Time story, so I think coming in and talking about the marathon will cover that, probably.
Yeah, probably.
Cool. All right.
And then donation comments, if you wanted to start them, this is the last one we didn't read,
then,
and we have all of that to go.
We cut the.
Okay.
We cut the.
And more, because money's still coming in, and I haven't refreshed.
It was going to be a good joke because I was going to walk up and be like, Teddy, Hanky, Aviary, Naked. I was going to spell them out. I was going to spell them out. Like we were putting in Mario Maker codes, for those of you who don't know.
Are we
Anyway,
supposed to play Mario
I'm going to
Maker
go get some coffee.
And the ice cream truck's outside.
Coffee sounds amazing.
The midnight ice cream truck. Everybody.
Bye, chat. Be back later. Oh, also, we killed Couch Pig.
Go
look at Twitter. It's there.
Daddy,
I'm attached. Someone unplug me.
Buddy. But yeah,
We're
you
just
can go. Your
leaving
dad
the
will be
room.
there in a minute too.
What's the star?
Are you going to be around for a little while, Chris?
We're probably gonna need to head out soon. You're good with this game, right?
I'm good with it. Yeah, I just.
Okay.
What's the star?
Can you stay for a little bit?
Yeah.
Okay.
Access granted.
Alright.
Are we gonna get ice cream?
There's ice cream bars in the fridge.
Yeah, buddy. There's some in the refrigerator. Yeah. You don't have to like go outside.
Oh, it's so quiet in here. Playing. Chris is really good at this game.
And he's
Chris is
like
good at
he's
this
a what was I just saying, Shanna?
that he can like power through it.
Yeah, he can grind it
Yeah.
out. Like he's
And he's
relentless.
like getting like coins and stuff that are hidden, and I'm like, how does he
Yeah, he
remember
remembers
this?
where
He remembers
everything
all
is.
of it. Yeah.
And
No matter what else is going on
he's
around
not. He's
him.
never distracted. He
Yeah.
never tries to troll everybody.
You can put like hats on him and glasses and everything and just mess with him and he just gets it done. It's amazing.
Do we know where this started?
I don't know. So what are you doing here? Are you ice? Is this ice?
Yeah, he just froze the ocean.
Yeah.
And they told me I can spin and skate, which I'm doing.
Huh.
Did you guys move the mic and fix the game audio?
Oh, who knows?
I will fix the game audio.
Hey, Bethany.
All right, we have just 5 minutes left on our Nintendo Switch giveaway for the night from 6 p.m. until 10 p.m. tonight. A $10 entry gets you a shot at this Nintendo Switch. At the end of the marathon, we'll be giving away another Nintendo Switch with Zelda Breath of the Wild. And that one, you actually are getting an entry for any $5 that you donated, so good luck. With all of these donations, your chances of winning are pretty low, but you are helping children in children's hospitals, so... real quick, I wanted to thank Naz and M, Sarcastic Guy, my mom, and my sister. Thanks, Mom and Jen. Jess says, thank you for all that you do each year for the kids. You guys are awesome.
Access granted.
Charlie Harris. Hans Bergman, keep up the great work for a great cause. John W. says, hooray for the Jedley. Great job by Jed there. Really went
I
all
think
out on
Couch
that
Pig
one.
was here before Ben. As far as like order of operations.
Kaiser1, Banana the Monkey, Sup Peep says, hi, love what you do. Hi, good music. Churro says, Churu says, quick donation between songs. Less than 3, the concert, less than 3, Jed. Rogek says, Mom, stop Jed. Banana the Monkey, Caden and Austin Berniger. Those are our kids. They donated.
They are. I saw that one come
Thank you
through.
so much. Mama Bear Psych, because if I don't win a Switch through donations, I won't get one for at least another 3 years. Well, good luck.
Access
Canoe, Brad Burkmeyer, say hi if you're Savage XD. Zach Flamatic says if Jed knows a song that he did not know. Sorry about that. I like that song though. I played on Guitar Hero. I think that was what I played it on. The Papa says Jed's smooth tones are quelling conflicts worldwide. Patrick says awesome job, keep it up. Man, there's a lot of people here. Mr. Real 28 and Newman, Cake, Daniel, Adriana and Marcus, Erica, Austin Haynes says thank you for everyone at Mario Marathon for doing what you do to make the charity a success. May and Leanne.
Get back to work, you slacker.
Kara Odell, The Bruise, John Whitkin, Nick A, Fail Squared, Flail Squared. Fail Square would be good for us.
Access granted.
Peterson family, Big Toby, GH Warren.
Access granted.
Oh man.
Hi, Tofu Boy.
Access granted.
Loader, Crage, Stevo Stop, Brilliant Barnes, James Seth, Rachel Rasmussen, I'm guessing related to Clark. Hepatitis Cat, thank you. I mean Hepcat.
Access granted.
Luke, Josh Treps, Pretty Jumbles, Bearcat Michael Tesfaye, Not Real Dan. I can't donate as much this year because I'm getting married this Sunday. Congratulations!
Yeah.
Money and time are both tight. Tell me about it. It's always short on time. So, the three of us were the only 3 people that are here today that were at the original Mario Marathon. At least, like, agreed to do it at the beginning, along with John, who unfortunately couldn't get time off work. I mean, a lot has changed in the last 10 years. When we started this, I mean, really, it's only been 9 years because we did one at the beginning and one at the end, so we're kind of on boundaries of the 10-year period. But I mean, I remember Caden was just a few months old,
4 months old,
and went and stayed with my mom. This year, we moved it to Jed's house, partly because like our kids are just way too big to go and stay at my mom's house. Her house isn't big enough to have 2 kids that are running around crazy.
Access granted.
And it's really hard on like their sleeping schedule.
Access granted.
We didn't have a Wheel of Awesome 10 years ago.
Very little.
It was John in their first Mario Marathon that was just like, we need to do the Mario. Like literally Dan and I didn't know, at least I didn't know what he was talking about. And he just taught it to us and we did the Mario. And then we slowly added more and more things and eventually came up with this scheduled system. It's a lot about automating things in those first few years. It's like we had all this stuff we had to do that just took time. And now we've actually proven that we can have the marathon run with random people from the internet while we sleep, which is quite the change.
Yeah.
And mostly, I mean, it works. I don't know if it feels like a Mario marathon or if it just feels like a marathon of people off the internet. But hopefully it does.
They've all been real cool though. Like they're fun to hang out with. They're
awesome.
good people.
They're
real helpful.
When we first started, I don't really, at the time, like I didn't have very much money. I remember we were really scrounging for stuff. Like the day before we were going to do this, Dan bought 2 desktop microphones. And this year, I've probably spent $400 on audio equipment to try to make the audio better. And we just went with the mic we used last year because it was the only thing that sounded right. But we did use the other equipment at Tappers, which was pretty cool. we got to work with a business this year to do an event in public and meet some people. Like, people actually showed up. Well, first of all, people flew across the country and, like, from Canada to come and hang out with us, and they've been really cool. It's kind of been like, I imagine if you went to camp or on some kind of summer vacation, like, we've all just kind of come here and hung out at Jed's house, and we had a crawfish boil from Casey and Bethany are from Louisiana and made gumbo and crawfish boil. We grilled out burgers and sausage. We've got to hang out with all these different people.
Smoke machine never would have happened at our house.
Yeah, the smoke
fun.
machine never would have happened at our house. We got to hear D-Pad tell us about how we weren't doing our speedrun strategies right. Like he had never watched us before. I don't know. It was really I don't know. What did you think when we did the first Mario Marathon?
I mean, I thought that it was going to be like when we were roommates in college and we would play video games all weekend and no one would watch us.
Yeah, that's
like
kind
in college.
Well, you remember what I said? I was like, you just want your friends over to hang out for the weekend.
I mean,
and play video games.
that was what it was
Excuse.
all about at the beginning. Really, was just let's hang out and do something fun as friends, and maybe we can have some kind of good impact for charity. And then just today, all of you guys helped us cumulatively raise over $600,000, which is an enormous amount of money. More than I would have ever dreamed would be possible. So thank you guys so much for doing that. This year, I think that original vision of making an event where we can... Oh, good shot, Dan.
Colton says I'm not crying, a duck just spit in my eye.
Where we can hang out with
turtle.
our friends.
It's a duck.
We've literally made friends with people on the internet.
Yeah.
We Shanna and Dan and John play this game Star Realms, and Malfunct is in our league. They probably play with him every day. At least it seems like they're on there every day.
Bethany and Tarn are in
our fantasy football league.
Yeah, so we have these friends, and then we got to meet them in person over the last several days, hang out with everyone. They've been super cool. One of the other reasons I was like, I'm not inviting people I don't know from the internet to come stay in our house where our kids live, because I'm kind of protective of my kids. Other than exposing their whole life on the internet and giving out our address occasionally. Pretty protective of our kids, I suppose. So Jed really
it's been nice to have it here.
Yeah, it's
besides driving back and forth from our house, that's the only downfall.
I mean, everybody else has had to drive. People's changed a lot. John has a new job. Dan and I work together now, and are working all of the time. So that's been kind of hard with just having extremely demanding jobs. John, Sandeep still works at Purdue, but I don't know. He might actually have the exact same job he had at the beginning.
Yeah, but I mean, he's happy.
Ben F. We met Ben F. And I remember thinking that was so strange, and now it's just Ben F. is amazing. I remember I was saying this last night that my mom is always like, "Where's little Ben?" Because he's the shortest person, and the other Ben she was calling Ben that doesn't smile, which totally I don't think is true. So yeah, I remember the first Mario Marathon, the year before, end of 2007, I read Kotaku all day long, probably way more than I should have when I was supposed to be working. I would just sort of have it up because there were all the PlayStation 3, the Nintendo Wii U, and the Xbox 360 were all being released in that same period, and there was just so much gaming news. And then when we actually got on the Kotaku website, it's it was the coolest thing ever.
They
and
say
then we
the
just
game has the perfect music for your little heartfelt message.
Oh, and then we just kept going. That second year, I was like, no one will watch us play Mario again. We've already done this. And slowly it evolved from the challenge of trying to beat all the games to just this thing about hanging out with you guys on the internet and hopefully raising something for charity, some money for charity, and getting to know people. And then this year, with bringing new people in, I think it's probably changed the experience of, you've kind of expected to get to know or hang out with us, which hopefully we've got to do some, but you've also get to see us make new friends or interact with new people, or hopefully make some new friends. If any of these people we invited are super annoying, just send me a message on team@mariomarathon.com, and I will just.
I think it's Cowman. We're gonna have to cut Cowman.
No, Cowman's awesome. I'm really happy we invited Cowman. Like, it's just that commentary he was doing at Tappers
Was amazing.
Like,
that was
it was
fun.
really good. I was so happy about that. Cassie _ says, I remember the year it got to 100 hours the first time with severe sleep deprived John alone on the stream dancing with the plunger. Yeah, and I was sleeping and he was plunging me off camera. Oh, that was Mario Marathon too. Because like that was a thing at the beginning was just like it has to be just 3 players. Because first it was Dan, and then Dan moved to Australia for several years, where he met Adam, who now is part of the marathon and was here solving a puzzle for 20 hours in the other room, so you guys could get a stamp. You really owe it to Adam. And now, like, yeah, so then Chris came in and helped, and then eventually it was like there were so many games. We're going to have to add more people. And that's when we had, like, Chris kind of took over for Dan, because Chris and I used to work together. Now Chris has a new job. He's an entrepreneur. Dan...
Chris was second year?
Yeah. And then...
Where is Chris?
Nate.
Chris and Nate came the same year,
because
right?
Nate came on Friday and just didn't sleep the entire time. And then he had to drive from Lafayette, Indiana back to Indianapolis, which is like maybe 60 to 90 minute drive, and I'm like, Nate is gonna die in a car crash because he has not slept. And then he finally like went to sleep, and Sundeep's drumming band Circuit Freak came over and played a show in our neighborhood, or in our front room, and it was loud. And I remember like viewership was dropping because we just had this really loud drumming thing on our internet show.
Sorry.
And Nate just didn't even hear it. He was out the entire time. I don't know. What do you remember from the beginning?
What was your first experience like?
Well, I remember coming over and being like, I want to play those games too. But I know that you were keeping it to just you and Dan and John that first time. And then the cool thing is that like after it was over, because Brian and I basically shared an office or were right next to each other or whatever, we basically talked about it all the time. So a lot of planning was done during work hours.
That's true. We did discuss it. Like, it became, like, for those first few years, I remember it was like January, we were like, we got to plan a kickoff show, we got to pick a date that everybody's available, and, like, try to make this thing something, and we try to schedule it, like, where there weren't other big events. And it just, like, really, for 6 months, my free time, I would just be like, okay, let's make some prizes, or make a costume, or
the blocks, or the
like intro video, or we made. Remember the year we made the Apple video that was like a knockoff of React Time? Is the new iPhone thing.
It took me like 2.5 hours to transcribe that thing because I'm not fast at hearing it and typing it.
Should have had Sundeep do it. He can only type if someone reads it to him.
Well, and so they talk so quick, I would have to play like a sentence or two and pause it and then go back and redo it, and then I finally got it all written out, and then we were able to take it and make our own wording to it, but basically following, what was that, the iPhone 3GS or something?
Really old, yeah.
I think. Yeah, it was crazy to do that, and then we green screened it in your garage.
Yep.
And then
I remember it was taking a long time.
I think I downloaded a trial version of Premiere Pro just to get the green screen to work right and stuff. And
yeah, like the first year we borrowed a camera from Bobby One Shot, which I hope he was going to be able to make it, but he's running like a bunch of different baseball leagues for his kids, and he was at this eBay conference all last week, which is another thing, like people are just busy now, so it's like it's changing. We're all old. Except Nate, he's still young. He can go all night long.
Not really.
So what was your first memory of this? When did we? Because like Nate and I have known each other forever, and like we talk, like we've been really close friends where we talk every day, and then sometimes like I think probably prior to Mario Marathon, like I would see Nate like maybe talk to him once a month or something.
Yeah.
But it wasn't like. Now that we live in Indianapolis, the same town, we definitely see each other a lot more. Like every weekend, we'll hang out if we're available.
Yeah.
but I don't remember like when we first talked about Mario Marathon. Or...
Well, like my busy time is honestly right now. My boss is actually covering for me the last week when I've been here doing this, and so like I think during Mario Marathon 1, like you texted me or emailed me or something like, oh yeah, we're doing this Mario Marathon thing. I was like, ah, well, whatever. I mean, I like Mario, I like you guys, but I'm also like working 14-hour days, and you know, whatever. We'll see how it goes. And then like,
can you shoot him?
Good job, Dan.
Player 2, can you shoot him at all?
Yeah, but I'm talking.
Might be able to hold him. Not sure.
Here, I'll hear that.
Oh!
Ooh, look at them hands on Shanna!
Shanna snatch. Inappropriate.
Hashtag Mario Marathon after dark.
So that first, okay, go ahead.
So
Nate.
like, I think you sort of like hinted that you were gonna do it, but you weren't really sure what it was gonna be. And like I don't even think Shanna. Okay, I know Shanna wasn't on board fully yet. So like Brian's like, I'm gonna do this thing, but I might have to get a divorce afterwards. So we're not really sure. And you shake your head now, Shanna, but that's probably close to what it was.
Thanks.
Like you were not very happy with the whole thing, especially after 2 or 3 days of it.
Like,
yeah. And I don't
like
blame
the
you.
third day I was like, all right. Well, Caden was like little.
Yeah,
so.
I don't blame you.
And
Like,
I was
yeah,
like,
you had
come
little
on,
kids and
come on,
all
wrap
kinds of
this up.
stuff. So.
And yeah, nobody else had kids, right?
Yeah, you guys are the first ones that had kids, and so like it was, it was understandable. I'm not judging you now, but that's just where you were.
I went back and looked at some of the interviews, and it was like, yeah, if you're gonna play Mario for an entire weekend, you kind of got to do that before you're 30. Like that's what I said.
Oh, we were so dumb. And so like you guys got all that pub randomly, accidentally, somehow got all that publicity, and it went so much bigger than I even thought it was going to be. And I was like, all right, well, next year when this thing happens, I'm going to have to cut out some time to be
Was
there.
that the Purdue Exponent 111?
I can't remember.
Well, that was the second year, yeah. And that first year we raised like under 12. Well, we raised under 12,000, but if you add in the total we raised for Child's Play with the Zeldathon thing we did, it was like 14,000.
Mm-hmm.
But like you guys blew that away an hour, like within an hour of the first of this event, which is amazing. And I think it's like I definitely have lost track of the scale of impact of what people give as part of this event.
Well, I'm trying to also kind of watch the chat as we're talking right there, and so Shanna's parents are watching, and they say they remember the first year checking into it and getting addicted to watching. It was amazing. I was surprised how exciting it was. Like my parents are not video game people. Like I never had a video game system unless I bought it growing up, and that's no big deal. I still learned to play with all my friends and everything like that. But my mom stopped by today.
Yeah.
And I was like, hey, come out here. Come here, sit down. And she left like 45 minutes later to an hour later, and I was like, all right, well, I'm leaving. And she's sitting there. I'm all right, I'm leaving. No, really, I'm leaving. You can. And then I was about to say, all right, look, if you want to stay, that's fine, but I gotta go sleep. And it just has weird appeal to everyone that you wouldn't expect.
Like after the first Mario Marathon, the first 3 Mario Marathons, I would download the whole thing and just watch it. Like I would have it on at work in the background while I was, and it would crack me up. Like stuff that I had done or stuff that I had slept through would crack me up. I remember just being like, "This is freaking hilarious." What's going on
you
here?
You are all hammering us about the contest. The box is right here. We will definitely get the Nintendo Switch given away. We haven't been on schedule for anything else this marathon.
I'll go ahead and kick that off.
Oh, down in front.
That's okay, Brian.
I mean, it's a marathon. You can do what you want.
Maybe you should stand up.
But
By standing up, that'd be great. Easy, real awesome.
So I remember the Zeldathon, because that was my epic. Oh, go get the thing on the left.
You might have to get it with P2.
What is it? Oh, it's on
the
Yeah. The Link to the Past run, I'd never played it entire in one sitting, and I did that and then didn't die, which was pretty cool.
You got this,
Yeah, and so like, alright, here's your Nintendo Switch giveaway. Good luck, everyone. We had thousands and thousands of dollars in entries here. I also posted that, I sent that link to the team email for the video. Oh, yeah? We'll play that in a minute. Becky and Steve Fister. Becky and Steve! Congratulations! Congratulations, guys.
You're gonna have to share it. There's only one.
Yeah.
Yep, but you can take it on the go. So if you want to go on a tour, you take that around. You can play Nintendo Switch with people. There's going to be a Mario game on it this year. It looks like it's going to be really hard.
Yeah.
Hopefully you guys are in the chat. Okay.
And so, like, when you guys...
Steve, yes, good luck. Or, congrats.
There he is. Steve! Congrats, man.
Chat is happy.
And so when you guys got done with like the first marathon, I was like, all right, 12 grand, that's something. And then like I came up there and it was just sort of like we were back hanging out at college and stuff. And I'm like, all right, well, that's fun too. And then you just sort of get hooked into trying to do the stuff to help keep things on track and interact with the people on the other end of the computers and just trying to be friends and have a good time with your new friends that you just made. So,
I Peter Food goes home crying to his mama.
We didn't have that in Mario Marathon 1.
Yeah, and so like I think every year Brian is like, how can we make this bigger, better, and honestly slightly more obnoxious to those in the room? So I know what we'll do. We'll have a button that someone can hammer 53 times and they get 6,000 war pipes, 4 I Pity the Fools, and 13 I live in a van down by the river. And then we leave that open to the public so everyone gets a shot at it for 2 hours. Which
I
is
didn't think anyone would
great.
guess that you just go to Mario Marathon.
They didn't guess. John streamed
He
it.
did. He did stream it. I had something great to say about it too. Like
It was only for 5 seconds or something like that matters.
Yeah.
So
John, the internet's forever.
yeah, we got getting to see John. Like, John is awesome.
Yeah.
We've all lived with John, right?
I haven't.
Bye, Tax
Okay.
Megan.
Well,
they're
I mean,
heading
close
out.
enough.
Yeah, you were in the
Bye,
same apartment
guys.
building.
So, yeah, I mean, it was just been like a fun family reunion kind of thing.
Yeah.
Like, let's get together and hang out. And then we've always done things to make it more than it was. Like these prizes. We just gave away a Nintendo Switch. We never could have like afforded to give away a video game console that first year in any way. And this year, I mean, we've literally spent thousands of dollars trying to come up with, things to do, coordinating people coming here, and just making it, a unique event.
So then the next year, Jed and Ben, was it Ben or Jed that?
So Jed
were
was
they the same
like
year?
Jed and like Ben Cotton.
Ben Cotton and Son Deep
Was
were watching you guys
here-
on one of the streams, and they're like,
I think
boy, these guys are crashing.
I
And
think
they
either
just decided to come over.
Ben was there the first year or the second year. I can't remember Ben Cotton.
It
And
wasn't
then
I think second.
Yeah.
I don't think it was the first.
because the first year was just like the weekend.
How do we get rid of the scroll?
Oh,
I'll do that.
this is how it was in the first year. Every time the donation amount changed, I had to walk up to the screen and type in a new donation amount.
Oh gosh, I forgot about doing that.
Your butt's in the way. Dan's
Pretty
trying to
quick.
see.
It's alright.
It's boss fight, right?
Just Bowser.
Pretty quickly after that, doing that for 75 hours, we figured we should figure out a way to automate it. I can't remember if we automated it the second year, or if the second year we had just built the thing where you could cut and paste the file from.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
had some.
Well,
we had some sort
and
of
so that
workaround.
year you had it semi-automated, but we maxed it out. Like there was a
the chipping-
automated
the
was
chipping
maxed
widget
out.
kept gagging.
Yeah, so we had to then manually copy and paste it, and then that worked to
Oh,
update it.
yeah.
And then the Mario Marathon 3 is where it became like fully automated.
Yeah.
Yeah, like it was like clean. It was just a video game stream before like Twitch was a thing and people made millions of dollars just doing this all the time, speed running games. And my son Caden watches this stuff all the time.
At some point, Emily started coming over too.
Yeah.
I don't remember what year
think
that was.
probably
Was that like 3 maybe?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was 3 when we had that epic video. No, 3 was.
No, 3 was the first one that was.
Matt did that one video at his place.
Yeah, at the
on
studio.
Yeah.
Where you ate a piece of Bowser on the paper.
Yeah,
that's still one of my
yeah.
favorite. That thing at the end
That
where we're
was
just
great.
like looking like, what are we
You're
supposed
like,
to be
what's
doing?
going on?
After the credit, like kind of the cut. Hilarious.
But then the next one, they brought in all that TV stuff,
Yeah.
like that rail that they were sliding the camera, and we had to move furniture, and
Yeah.
I thought we were gonna have to tear down
Grand
that
Stargate.
wall. Good job, Dan.
Fa la 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 la.
So Ben
Someone's
and
got
Jed
to
came
play
next.
these games.
Is that right? Ben and Jed came next.
So Jed came. I remember Jed came. I think he was because Jed lived in Los Angeles and was doing his own thing.
Yeah.
And Mario Marathon 2, I think he called in, or we talked to him because I was like, Jed, you need to watch this, and Jed's like, I don't care about your stupid thing. I'm going to Jack Black's wedding.
That's right.
Yeah. But then he watched it and he was like, oh, this is totally not what I thought when I saw it. And then Jed came the next year and he was like, you know, he's kind of Jed, so he's like in and out. Like he'd pop in for like 2 hours and take over and play some guitar songs or do the Nothing Wrong song, and then he would leave. And it was like spiked. Like anytime Jed came, people were like, oh yeah, Jed's back. A donation get.
Thanks,
David
David
and
and
Nicole.
Nicole.
Thank you.
And David and Nicole.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Jed.
Jed!
Yeah, we didn't have a warp pipe. How do you get by without a warp pipe?
Yeah, how did you get by without a warp pipe sound, donations,
combos?
Tara O'Dell, thank you for the donation.
There you go. Nice. What did you think the first time you were at Mario Marathon, Jed?
I don't remember. I remember when you were doing the first one, somebody messaged me and was like, bro, we're famous. And I saw you on the internet and like saw the people were donating, and I was like, I remember I was in the office at school at my undergrad, and what's my honey doing out here? I was in office at school at my undergrad, and I had him put it on the office computer, and I was like, those are my friends. And I got on the chat and I was like, hey guys, guys, guys. And I think I got banned.
Sounds about right. Was that the year that we had the automatic moderator for a while?
No, that was not 5. I think that was 5. We had the automated thing.
Yeah.
So
and
who's
that got a little
been the
ambitious.
moderator the longest? Was Snow Phoenix was there the first year? I'm pretty sure on Ustream.
Mm-hmm.
Is that
And
true?
Ergo.
And Ergo.
Yeah.
Ergo was definitely there. Like people literally are like teaching us. Like we're so old, right? They're like teaching us. This is what Twitter is.
Yeah.
Well, they're like,
You
this
should
is
make
what
an
Twitter-
Instagram account, and we're like, what's Instagram?
I was like, I saw this thing
I
on
still don't
Pinterest.
understand Twitter.
But they're like, this is what Twitter is, and you guys are like the top trend in the world. You should do something with this because it's very important. Oh, cool. What is this?
I think we made an account. Didn't you make an account either as or shortly after you were already a top 10 trending topic worldwide?
Yeah. It's like, oh, this is the thing.
Oh.
Like, you need to get, like, people are coming and they're like, we found you on Dig. I'm like, what's Dig? Is that good? Yep. Okay, cool. Then I, like, Emily was talking about this the other day, but, like, I went and did a communications class. She's, at Purdue, and I went and gave a, like, talk on, like, online marketing strategies. Now I work for an online marketing company. Imagine that. Justin TV. Yeah, it was Justin TV. Like, I think we had our account before they even switched to Twitch.
Oh, yeah.
Twitch existed.
Like, they made it a
but,
thing, and
yeah.
then it split off.
But we were on, Justin TV that way.
So, this is like this was in the script as Member Berries segment, just if you guys were wondering.
Luke BK says,
Remember Twitch TV? Remember Justin TV? Remember Ustream?
I don't know
Did
any
Ben
of
go
this
to
stuff.
bed?
Remember Star Wars?
Yeah.
Ben, it's
Remember Han Solo?
He's trying real hard.
Luke
Yeah,
BK
remember the
says
time
he
we
found
almost
us on
killed
Dig.
Ben when he had the dehydration? We had to like
Oh my
drive
gosh,
him
that was
home,
so
and we thought he
scary.
was.
Sundeep drove Ben's car, and I drove Ben back to his apartment, and I swore that he was like, it just seemed like he was just leaning
'Cause
forwards even more and
he
more,
didn't
and would like
sleep.
start to slouch to the side, and like,
What's
dude,
Ben
Affleck.
Fowler.
Ben?
And like he
Man, I
did,
was
he did,
so
he pulled
worried
a
about
Nate
him.
Jones and went all night long.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Yeah, I forgot to say that year. That was the year that Sundeep came in and played all these drums, and like,
Yeah.
I would have been sleeping like right there,
Yeah.
literally a floor above. I didn't hear a single thing. Not
The
not any
stairs
of it.
were open then,
Yeah,
too,
the
so
stairs
all
were
the sound
open.
went right
Like,
up.
yeah, it wasn't like it was far away. There wasn't like insulation between us. Nothing. But I mean, I guess that happens when you're up for 42 hours straight. So.
I wonder how all of our new friends are doing in the viewing room. I hope they're all right, having fun back there.
Yeah, they probably are.
Oh, in the Gold Member Lounge?
Yeah, Gold
Yeah, we never
Yeah,
had
we're
Gold
doing great.
Member
We're all
Lounge.
watching this.
Who else? Is anyone
You're out
else
here
here of
now.
the originals?
We were
I mean,
all
Ben
out there
Fowler
watching it.
is out there sleeping because otherwise they'll have another.
Yeah, well,
like,
I meant awake.
I'm trying to think who else.
well, like Ben Cotton was there.
Yeah.
Emily came over and was always a huge help.
Carolyn
John
says
O'Malley?
that Carolyn says
Yeah.
that,
When
that
did
Emily
Stephanie
came for
and
5.
Cheryl.
Cheryl never came over
She
though.
didn't really like that. Remember
She
when
was
like
over once a little bit the
Yeah,
first year.
she like had a drink with me on the patio, and then she went home.
yeah, Cheryl never played video games. John and Cheryl like they were trying like very hard to have a kid for a long time, and I remember like
They went to Australia. They went to visit Dan in Australia and came back pregnant.
like
Well,
so
there
their
was
first
also-
kid they actually went and they had to have the
That makes a lot of sense.
the doctor
That's
to
why
see.
their daughter's hair is red.
Oh man, what a terrible thing to say about somebody on the internet.
Oh, not true. But like they went and actually had like their test to see if they were gonna have a baby, and they found out they were, and then John came back and announced it on Mario Marathon.
Well,
And
I remember the year before that when they were still in the process of
Well, that was the
trying.
That was the next
Oh,
year
yeah.
when they wanted
It
to
was
have
like, I
another
gotta go,
kid.
guys.
It was, yeah, but
I'll be
yeah,
back
we
in a
were
couple
sitting there on the
hours.
stream, and then I was like, it was like 10:06, and I was like, hey John, didn't you want to see that? Didn't you say you had to be back at somewhere at like 10? He's like, yeah. What time is it? 10:05. Here's a controller. Gotta go. Bye. See you.
So-
Peaced out right away.
Like, I've never seen John
I don't know
leave
if-
anywhere that
you-
fast
if
ever
you-
in my life.
If you know anything about fertility treatments and how those would work and timing of things, you're on a very strict schedule
We
to
gotta
do
talk
certain
about something
things.
else now.
So if you go back and watch that
Like
marathon,
what sort of things?
and
Like,
John is
just not-
disappearing on a very routine schedule,
Yeah.
Their
it will make sense to you now.
Baby get.
procreation.
Yeah, like someone did some fan art of that. Like John, the fan art was John just sitting there, and the next frame, John, there was like the little lines of John disappearing, and the controller sitting there spinning in the air.
But speaking of fan art, remember when everybody's face was John's
Oh,
face?
the Luigi says he
that was
did
like
that
one of
fan
my
art.
favorites.
Yep. We've had like,
Hey, buddy.
Hey, Kendra.
hey, there's one of the babies.
There's
Yeah.
one of the babies.
It's the second oldest of all the babies.
That's true.
We did, yeah, I don't know. And it's been like, for me, like, there've been years that it's been super stressful. Like, there's personal stuff going on that's impacting the marathon, or like, I feel stressed out because it's like, oh man, we can't get enough sleep, or like, recently it's usually been around like, oh man, I got to go do this thing for work and figure out how to work that in, or you know, I'm taking time away from work that I could be spending to go do something with my family. Like the year we skipped Mario Marathon was literally like, all right, we want to go to the beach on vacation with the family during the summer. And we just couldn't take a month of basically just setting up and prepping Mario Marathon. So that's been interesting. Yeah, like the rage speech and the like, we're gonna quit like Mario Marathon 2.
You
like,
guys need to stop donating.
just pulled the plug.
Yeah.
Or the one marathon where I had to do my homework, that was Mario Marathon 3. That was, I mean, looking back, I was telling somebody, I can't remember who it was. Somebody here, that Mario Marathon is like having a baby. Like women will have a baby, and it's like immense pain. And then like a few months later, they'll just forget all of it, and they'll be like, I want to have another baby. And they're like, did you not see what happened the last time you had it? It's the exact same thing. Like you go through Mario It's exactly the same. Don't let Shannon tell you it's not. No, it's not. It's not that bad. It's actually a lot of fun, especially if you get sleep. But it is kind of like there's a lot of stress and it takes a lot of time and but it's always so much fun to just like come and hang out with people. It's hard. There's just not enough time to hang out with everybody. Like watch Dan play Mario Sunshine or some game that he hates and get real angry about it. Or like this game though.
64?
What?
No,
I
Dan
love
likes
64,
Mario.
but I'm not good at it.
Wait, Dan.
Which one do you hate?
Dan in college.
Dan, go back to the left.
Dan and I
Get
beat
that.
Really, I
or
just
whatever.
hate it when people tell me what to do in the games.
No, I think there's a comet coin in
the tree or
one
in
of
one
the
of those Goombas.
snow things.
We gotta wrap this
Yeah,
up
that
soon. I need to pee.
All right.
You have to 3D print a bowl of lemonade?
I do.
Yeah, we invented that term, the 3D print. Jed's new 3D printer. So, I don't know. What else was good? The first marathon where Brian was not played Sunshine. Yep, that's this one.
Well, it was cool to talk to a couple of celebrities during Mario Marathon 3.
Do you remember how excited Ben Cotton was? Like, he couldn't even form a complete sentence trying to talk to Felicia Day and Will Wheaton. He was just like,
And then, like, he invited us to Felicia's Day's birthday party
Yeah.
and kind of creeped her out.
Yeah.
I think, like, legitimately. So tomorrow, hopefully, if everything goes well, and tomorrow sometime we will do a call-in with the folks from Penny Arcade, who we've never actually talked to, like
on the stream.
Hey, give me the controller.
And just get their opinions of the last 10 years of Child's Play.
Thanks, buddy.
No
The
problem,
Epic Pongo
pal.
giveaways were huge. Like, I remember, like, every time somebody does something, like, they're willing to fly to Indianapolis and hang out with us from Canada, or they say, hey, like, you look and it's like, wow, this guy donated thousands of dollars, or, like a $100 donation from Price 3D. Is it just Price?
I'm assuming it's at priced with a.
You looking for anything?
Quick 3D.
Yeah, you need the.
Yeah, I'm
Jed's got that in the other room. No. That's some kind of vase. It's just.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
The
Tappers this year.
yeah, Tappers was really cool this
That went
year.
really well.
Yeah.
Like automating the donations was really good. Having the contest, like, I mean, the first year we had T-shirts, we had just like, you know, a couple $100 worth of T-shirts that we gave the team, and just a few people that won things. We had no like video games, and
I want to
then
do
when
this part in real life.
when Grubber Gamer
No,
like
right?
sent us, I guess it was Mario Marathon 3 or 4. I can't ever remember. It's in the book. If you guys want a copy of the book, this guy just emailed us and like, hey, we want to send you some stuff, and I was always like, I don't know if we want to have people get involved in this. Like, you know, we have some right now. When it was just us, it was like, really, we can do whatever we want to do. But like once other people are involved, you kind of have to like consider them in how you're doing things. But he was like, yeah, we want to send you this stuff, and I was like, yeah, that's cool. And I remember saying like, yeah, this guy said he was going to send us some prizes. That sounds really awesome. Hopefully we can use them. And like literally like huge boxes of stuff showed up at our house, and I was like, how are we going to give all of this stuff away? It was amazing. And then the next year, so one of the things we found that year was that a lot of the handmade stuff was really good, and we asked people. This is the thing that really gets me about Mario Marathon, is if you ask people to do something in this Mario Marathon community, like chances are someone will do it. So examples of that are like all the prizes that we got sent in. Like posters. We asked artists that are like amazing, accomplished artists that can charge thousands of dollars for illustration. Will just that are fans of Mario Marathon or Child's Play, just say, yeah, I'll make something. Or like the Emily Bond did the cover of the book and the things, and it wasn't like we said we actually. She was just made the thing as a poster, and I said, can we repurpose this as the book? And she went back and reworked the artwork to make the cover of the book, and that book is amazing.
I know, it's tough.
It's hard.
Because they move.
I don't know. So what else, Jed? What's your favorite part? What's your least favorite part?
The plushies were cool.
I don't know.
Games.
Stretching on the deck because you threw your back
I don't
out.
really know.
You still like it?
Yeah, I still like it. It's at my house, man. No, I really like it. I really enjoy doing it. But I have very little. I have very little, like, all of these memories that you guys have. I don't have a lot of those. I remember, like, some of the funnier times, like when you had me play the game in the middle of the night, and I remember playing music. That was always really fun. When I saw that you guys were famous, I was super jealous, and so I was like, I have to get on that show somehow. And then I have to come up with. And I was like, I need to come up with a way to play music on this and hope that people aren't like, what a poser, why are you playing music on this game marathon? And I played music and it went over really well. Oh yeah, I had the deathly back pains that time.
Jeff was sleeping in my backyard and I was like so embarrassed because we just moved into this neighborhood or something. And I was like, there's this guy just sleeping on my deck. Like,
I was
in the
just
middle of
worried
the
about
day.
it.
I was
kept
trying to
going
get
out there like every 10 minutes. I'm like, are you still all right?
I was trying to warm my back up or something. I don't know.
I remember you came back, like you slept in your bed, and I was so glad when you came back and you did that little, I'm back.
Yeah.
And I forget we did some kind of, we're always trying to trick you guys. Jed's not coming back. He's in real bad shape.
Yeah.
It's at his house. He's not coming back.
No, well, no, that was that 1 year I came back and I wrote the whole song that I don't remember.
So what about the games? Like, how many games have we added to Mario Marathon? Well, the first year it was Super Mario Brothers, Super Mario Brothers 2, 3, and we just beat them. We did like warp runs at these games. World.
64 Sunshine.
Yeah,
Sunshine.
I remember that first year people were so disappointed in Super Mario Brothers because they tuned in a little bit too late and you beat it in like 40 minutes or something.
Yeah. And the first Galaxy game. So we had 7 games. This year we've got Super Mario Brothers 2, Lost Levels, 3, World, 64, Yoshi's Island, the DS games, 2 Game Boy games,
Mario teaches
Sunshine,
typing.
Mario teaches typing,
Super
Galaxy, Galaxy 2, 3D World,
Mario Land 2.
I already got that. Super
Super Mar-
3D World, so 16 games. So we've added 9 games to the lineup from the original lineup. That's crazy.
And if I play Super Metroid at some point, that's another one.
Super Metroid and Zelda was
Oh, yeah,
played
we played
for
The
a
Legend
bit.
of Zelda.
We added this whole stamp thing. So, chat, what do you guys think? What was the best edition, or what was the worst edition? Like, what's detracted from what Mario Marathon is? I know you guys are going to say Sundeep. Just don't say that. You'll hurt us feelings.
Let's talk about maybe we should talk about the best edition and mention the other humans in my living room.
Oh, yeah, that's probably better.
Oh, that's actually, wait a minute. Well, that's actually a good
I like
idea.
the other
Hang
humans
on.
in your living room.
Why don't we talk? Since they're there, we can talk to them now. You guys, whoever was here the first, just come in in that order. Who came here the first marathon and when they joined in and whatnot.
Like first year, second year, third year.
Yeah. 1 or 2 at a time. We can get all of the.
I think there's only 3 out there.
Are there 3? Okay.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Everybody got bored and left because we were just sitting in here talking.
Reminiscing, old school.
Only one of us got bored and left.
Who got bored and left?
Access granted.
Nobody actually left. I only came back in here because I need my charger.
We invited you to come in.
Oh, I know.
Carolyn
Are you going to stay?
We've been
Yeah.
telling
Okay.
has on her Galaxy dress because we're
Well, is
playing
anybody
Super
else
Mario
coming in?
Galaxy.
Where's Tara?
I'll go get her.
And
Repeating her question.
who else? There was somebody else back there. What'd you say?
Hey, Dan,
What's
spin
there?
spin the
Decided I'm
controller
sitting here.
and you'll go faster.
I did it.
There you go.
ZSG speed run. They like that.
Oh yeah.
Speedrun.
Remember, like,
We destroyed ZSG's insides, and he hasn't been able to
Stamps.
come back.
They love stamps.
Stamps are. I made you guys 2 new stamps while I was sitting, and then activated it 3 times.
I suggested that OG stamp before this all
Of
happened,
course.
and nobody listened to me.
You
So I'm
gonna
glad
play?
you did that.
Who's gonna do it?
I've
Oh,
suggested.
gunshots.
This one's
I
tough.
suggested the what is that other one? The
Can you see okay from there?
the noob stamp, and I made that this morning.
Yeah,
Like
when
right
you-
after I got here.
When you guys were in here saying
Live noob girls?
Yeah, it just does not come across on the feed that you're saying noob at all.
You got a donation comment that said what it apparently actually sounded like. They said, "Where are they at? Where are they at?" No.
I feel like we should
Probably
put
the not kind of
full
not
frontal
proud
nudity.
looking.
It was one of the regulars in the chat.
I know, but I'm just saying.
I got that.
You'll get a lot more attention with those words. If you want to see
Like
those,
one
just
of
go tweet a hashtag about 100 times and they'll jump on it. It'll come across your Twitter bot.
Noob. Noob.
See,
and here this is I'm so when we
Not
decided
using your alphabet.
when they decided naked
Just like sit. They don't like
Naked is not gonna help
I'm
the
not sure if I'm the
situation.
same one. There might be
oriented
There might be others.
You can get the star.
Yeah.
so what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, okay. So yeah, when we decided we were gonna have it here,
Code Mario.
I knew that we were gonna have a lot more flexibility because like
No.
you can come to my house and just
Get the star.
take the fans out and change the toilet and put up a warp pipe in my living room for
For
2
a month.
months
Yeah.
because I don't care. I can walk around a warp pipe and watch
He doesn't have a
TV.
2-year-old.
I've been
that'll tear it
watching
down in a minute.
exactly that too. Like, so I knew we were gonna have that. I got really excited when I was like, man, we could just have the cool people from we could have the cool people from chat and D-pad come.
Is he out there?
No.
Oh.
he's probably
He's in the
asleep.
chat though. He was a little
Is he
while
chatting?
ago. He was a little while
Hey,
ago.
D-pad, if you're here.
Or he's on his way.
um,
I don't have his number anymore.
and I was really and there's another thing too. Let's talk about this.
I heard
Oh,
that.
actually,
No, come in here. This is your part.
we did a thing, and now you're in it.
Sit on the corner of the table, buddy.
Yeah.
I'd love to. Like,
Well,
get
or-
your
or
butt back
close
about a
to
foot
it,
in, or it's
yeah.
gonna flip the table over.
Yeah.
Or just sit on the floor under
No, I
Doug.
don't
We should make the
want-
game.
You're not in the
smaller.
game
Hit
feed.
B.
Good.
Over
You have to
there by
come-
Tara.
Yeah,
That's actually
Yeah.
more appropriate.
you're right in front of the switch. There you
Hear
go.
him and not see him.
That's what else prefer.
There you go.
There you go. This is a fun
Nice.
thing. I had the opportunity on a couple because I married Carolyn, and so we were Facebook friends, and
We're not anymore.
and so when I had the opportunity to go to
This one you'll have to hold.
when I had the opportunity to go to Boston for this to help a friend of mine do a photography project, I contacted her and met up with her and fed squirrels in the park and went to a Red Sox game.
And
And,
jump on the gold
I forgot
thing
about the
first.
squirrel.
and that was a really awesome experience. One time D-pad came to Chicago and was at the hotel by the
It was Rosemont.
by the airport out there, and I went and hung out with him. And I had agreed to go meet him
And then you guys
and was
Skype called me in the middle
getting
of it.
ready to what?
And then you guys Skyped me in the middle of it.
That's true. But I was getting ready to go meet him, and I was like, wait a minute, I don't know this guy. I'm gonna go meet a dude from the internet in a neutral location, like in a place that I don't know. And so I got my
Was
friend
this
Ian
before
in
10
Chicago to come with me, and
For security.
for security,
dude.
And we got there, and it was so funny because like. It's so funny
D-pad.
because it's D-pad, but like it's these people that like only know you from the internet. So to them, and to some of you out there, we might feel kind of like celebrities, but we are not, and we are regular people. And I, I was hanging out with D-pad, and every once in a while, he'd be like, "I can't believe I'm hanging out with Jet Johnson."
You guys also were a little.
It did happen.
Every
The
once
two
in
of
a
you were also just a little inebriated.
Oh yeah,
We
for
were in a
sure.
hotel room, and he actually, you had the guitar somewhere. You had the guitar, and you were playing music, and that was where it was kind of surreal because you see it on stream,
Oh, right?
and then you're right there, and he's playing like for some of these people here, it was their first time hearing Jet play live. I got to see it in Chicago, and that was where it was like
This is a little surreal for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And when
Sitting
I
here reading the chat going by is really surreal.
And when I hung out with Carolyn, it was really funny because we spent like 8 hours together, like regular people. And then we got to the end of hanging out, 8 hours together like regular people, and she was like, could I don't know, maybe have a picture with you or something? I'm like, why is now?
The internet wasn't going to believe me. And they didn't.
And so it's really cool too. Like,
Did you get your picture taken with anybody else here except for him?
I only did that because it was in Boston. I was actually going to ask later for.
I
like to wait till the end before I ask.
You're not on the internet right now, so they can't see you. Like, we're all in this room. You have pictures. They're right there.
And also,
hey, no photos allowed.
But Jed,
If we made the game feed smaller, that would be easier.
Can you get a picture of all of us sitting here at some point? Like can you do something with timing?
Probably.
We have a
with timing.
camera right
Why can't they just do a
Drop the
screenshot?
game feed,
Everybody
screenshot
pose real
the
quick.
camera.
Yeah, but I would rather have a higher resolution, like Jed quality photo. Not
We need to get the lighting fixed. though.
Logitech.
Maybe I'll just put my hero up there and or my GoPro up there and do it that way. We'll do something like that maybe.
To do all
The light's not good is the problem. Might have to set up.
Nice
I don't know.
catch.
But anyway, this is another thing that's kind of fun. I have one of these stories. You guys might have a couple of these stories. At the last Gen Con, this is something that doesn't happen very often, but every once in a while, one of the Mario Marathon crew will be recognized somewhere in public.
My leg was hurt.
And it was Gen Con.
This is a great story.
And yeah, it was a Gen Con.
I got you, chat.
I was at Gen Con.
Gen Con's like a huge board gaming convention that's held in Indianapolis every year. You guys should come.
Yeah, it's totally fun. You might see us. You can come hang out with us, maybe. But I'm going to meet Dan and Robin at a restaurant during Gen Con downtown, and Gen Con. And I'm going to meet Dan and Robin, and I get there, and Dan and Robin are sitting there having a chat, and I talk to them for a while, and apparently Dan and Robin had been talking to this other guy that was sitting next to them at the bar for like the previous 30 minutes or whatever, and I walk up, and this guy's like, "Oh, are you from Mario Marathon?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'm from Mario Marathon. So's this guy that you've been talking to. He's wearing a Mario Marathon shirt." And he's like, "Hey, can I get a picture with you?" And I'm like, "Sure." And then he gives the camera to Dan.
So there was I have a Gen Con story. Like I've only been recognized or met someone prior to this weekend from Mario Marathon maybe 2 or 3 times, like very rarely. But I was at Gen Con it's a board game convention, so I'm playing a board game with a guy, Jeremy, that I work with.
Name dropper.
So we're sitting there playing it, and like, we had worked together for a while, and he's sitting at the thing we're playing, and this guy just walks up and he's like, "Excuse me, are you from Mario Marathon?" And I don't remember who it was, and I was like, "Yeah," and he was like, "Can I have your autograph?" And then he tells me, like, I met Will Wheaton. I didn't ask him for his autograph, but then I saw, because Will Wheaton was walking around, but then it's like, when I saw you at Mario Marathon, I knew I had to come say something, or maybe he didn't ask for my autograph, but he just wanted to say hi. I can't remember exactly the details, but the guy that I work
He's Tropo Farmer. He said it was him.
Oh, cool.
I was that
So
dude.
the thing that happened was, after that, like, the guy that I was playing the game with from work always introduced me to everybody else and told that story about, Brian's famous. This guy was like, "I met Will Wheaton and didn't go talk to him, but I had to talk to you." So, yeah, that was
Z-Tropo was the guy I met.
You met. Okay.
Bethany,
Hey, how's
it's
it
a little
going?
late to start trolling. We know you love us all.
True facts.
Hey, we'll see you at Gen Con again, maybe.
I actually have a story like that, which
Go
is
on.
surprising because I've only ever been on the screen for this. I have 2. I don't remember the first one, but I was wearing a
didn't
Mario
get that little
Marathon
flag
shirt
back
in
there.
Boston, and somebody called my name from across the Boston Common. Well, not like across at the Boston Common speech, but you know what I mean? And some random person was like, "Wait a minute, you're "Are you Carolyn 1735?" And I was like, "Well, this is sketchy. I don't know what to tell you."
How did they recognize?
Come get in my black van.
I was wearing a Mario Marathon shirt, and somebody yelled Carolyn, and they just 2 and 2. And then there was another time that I don't remember. Oh, yeah, I do. It's Shelby. Someone that he works for him they were talking about Mario Marathon at his work, and she went, and he said, "Hey, by the way, do you happen to, recognize the name Carolyn 1735? And she lost her mind, and he was like, "That's my wife," and she lost her mind more. Also, Shelby, dear, if you're watching, I love you.
You're just like, I've signed a handful of autographs at GDQs, and the first time it's like, dude, this is cool, someone wants my autograph. And like the 50th time it's like, I'm just a regular guy and I want to sleep. It's true, like.
Well, you shouldn't invite that many people back to your hotel room.
That has happened on one occasion at GDQ. That was a massive party. It was pretty awesome.
Skype Carolyn in the middle of the night.
Like, I get it. Like, people on the stream will look at you and go like, "Oh, you're some kind of celebrity, or you're famous, or whatever you're doing is really cool." And it's like, we're just regular people.
Oh wow.
Regular people who are really good at playing Mario.
Really good.
Really good.
So I have a question for you, D-Pad. Like that one year you made that Stats thing. Why did you do that?
Because Desert Bus had something comparable, and I wanted to see you guys do it. Like, I think it's hard to get your data is the problem, but they have something at Desert Bus where it actually has not only amount raised over the venue, which is plotting in real time as people donate, but also during each player shift.
Oh.
And so it was just like something to quantify metrics, and the problem was the tech stack,
One more
much like
level.
Mario Marathon, is kind of a mess
One
because
more
you just
level,
throw it all
we gotta
together
go.
maybe not last minute now, but it's 10 years old. But initially it was thrown together like, this will do for the venue, and then 10 years later you're like, this code is awful, why did I ever write this? Curse the developer. But it was just, I wanted to see some kind of quantified metrics, because I don't know if you guys actually have any outside of.
We've done it manually in the past, or we can pull some of that data. And one of the reasons that I think is cool with the stamps that we have, now we have these key things and we have time points in time of this happened. We said a cuss word here. Did viewership drop? Did viewership go up?
They have a spreadsheet of that. I was actually the viewers. The viewers
man.
have a spreadsheet where they're actually logging when stamps get displayed, when certain events happen.
Yeah,
they
the
log
chat this year, their spreadsheet's insane. Like,
they logged his TV's MAC address.
Thank you. I was about to say that. Like, the Belkin address.
I flipped over to the wrong input. It was like Belkin AA4 something. And so in this spreadsheet, Jed's TV, and they have like the address.
They do. Like, it's so weird.
So Dan and I went to the first PAX East.
And you wonder why some people are nervous about meeting people on the internet.
We're cool. Makes you feel better.
All right.
Kind of.
So.
What about you, Tara? What year did you start
No,
watching?
go back down.
2, and you were in the chat
Go to the
from
right.
2.
There you go.
Yeah, I was trending on Twitter, and I was like,
Hey, what's
wait,
up?
no, we don't have enough stars
so I
yet.
just clicked it, and like everybody else, you just kind of.
Okay, go to the tree.
Get addicted to it. Yeah.
Mine was 2 as well, but mine was, I was having I've told this story before, but I was having a really, really down day, and somebody sent me the link and was like, "Here, this will cheer you up." And I was like, "Oh, this did cheer me up." And while you guys were talking earlier, I don't know if you saw it, but someone in the chat was like, and I don't remember who, so I'm sorry, but someone in the chat was like, I don't consider anyone random people on the internet for Mario Marathon. It's like after 8 years, it's one big Mario Marathon family that has a reunion once a year.
To touch on that, all the mods just add each other on LinkedIn. We're now business friends.
Oh, fancy.
We've been modding Mario Marathon literally so long, like, we should just add each other on LinkedIn. Why not? So now we had this giant LinkedIn party like an hour ago. So.
I do kind of think of Mario Marathon like, it's like a high school reunion, right? Like every year, less and less people show up because they got other stuff to do. Like John's got to go to work, or Sandeep's got things going on and can't stay as long, right? And then people on the internet also have things to do. So I always it's one of the things I think about, like, how are we inclusive for new people to come in and see the marathon, and is it interesting, or is there just so many inside jokes and weird pop-ups on the stream that just make no sense that nobody cares about it except for this group, which is fine with me.
I would argue the repeat success of this marathon proves that anyone
little
can
bit of
just
both.
jump in and kind of figure it out. I mean, sometimes there might be a few things where you're like, I don't know about that. I've never seen that. But then the rest
you
of the
ask,
chat,
and everyone will tell you.
The rest of the chat will jump in. And
everybody's always really opening. And
Aquilian Meds.
Yeah,
I'm 35 and it makes me feel young.
All right, so I have a question, Tara. When you
So
were
when you
invited
get
to
this
come here, what did you think of that? Like,
thing,
It's
gonna turn into a balloon.
That's a valid point because Jed asked first.
Correct.
So.
Right.
Yeah.
And he was like, "Hey, you know."
Was it an email from Jed? I don't
No,
know.
it was
how
in
this
the-
happened.
It was a hangout, right?
Oh, was it?
Because we
The original thing he did was on Twitter going, "Hey, Mario Marathon's at my house. I need friends to come help. Internet, what do you say?"
see no that
but
was
everybody was like, "I'm coming."
that was
So we were
Brian.
like,
that was
why did you do that?
That was
Oh.
Brian that did that
Yeah.
in my name.
Yeah.
Because originally we were thinking about doing a thing where we were going to say that Mario Marathon was at my house and that Brian wasn't going to be here.
That happened.
Yeah, we were going to do that,
That's
but
the Where's Brian intro.
yeah, that was sort of like the idea for the Where's Brian intro kind of came from us workshopping this idea of
Get over that.
Brian's not going to be at the marathon this year. We were thinking it would be awesome to have the intro video be, all right, it's me, Jed, and we're having Mario Marathon at my house. And then, like, the audio cuts out and we can't fix it. And then, like, the warp pipe falls down. And then, like, there's a small fire. And I'm like, I got to go find Brian. And then it's, you know, the top of the hill handing over the Wiimote.
That would have been great.
But I think it was too much of a commitment to
Destroy it.
pretend like Brian wasn't going to be here.
The
It
whole
was going to
time.
be too hard for Brian to
Everything
pretend.
that we set up,
Yeah.
like I was going to be a part of.
Yeah.
But like, so
the
at
button.
first you just thought it was a joke, and then what?
Oh yeah.
No, exactly like what she said. Bethany just wrote in the chat that she and I were both like, we were messaging each other. Is this real? If it is, cool. I mean, we're into it. But if it's not, okay too.
Like you're
right?
jerks. Quick.
Yeah, and then we were going back and forth like, should we go? Is that weird? People gonna think.
Well,
And
and
I thought
it's
it was weird that you guys were going to come. I'll just say.
And,
Right?
like,
Yeah, it's.
I was like, what? What are you going to do with these people?
And not only that, like we asked them if they'd be interested,
Shake
and then
your
it
nose
took
at
a
that. Yeah,
while
like that.
for
Fill
me
up
to
some
be able
blocks.
to put some sort of schedule together to know when they were there. So it took like a few weeks, maybe even a month before
while
we.
for a schedule. You haven't even finished it yet. If you,
That's my point.
if you pull the schedule right now,
Here, have
if
your
it
have
goes-
your arrow back, but
And keep on
if it
Yeah.
goes to Wednesday, there's one game that still doesn't have anybody listed as players.
do you want to fill it out?
No.
Okay, shut
It's
up.
really hard to do. That's part of the thing that
that's
takes
the
all
problem.
the time to set this thing up every
To do
year.
that for all of them, I'll show them.
Yeah, it is really
That's the
difficult.
new strategy.
to
So
do
what
the-
made
I think
you say
part of
yes
that here is
then?
the scary part. Like if I have to come back for
Well,
a
and so
not the
and so
last
yeah,
Mario
like
Marathon.
that's why I was saying like it took us a long time to get something squared away of like, yeah, we're actually doing it. We need to figure out when these people are coming in and whatnot. So yeah, so when I finally got back to you and I was like, no, it's actually legit. What was your thought then?
I think I wouldn't have done it. I think Bethany was gonna go home. Maybe other people that I couldn't
You gotta get that.
for no were coming. Maybe I wouldn't have done it. I don't know. I didn't even decide until maybe a month ago. And I was just like,
That was
well,
good.
what
What's
could
down
hurt?
here?
It's not cool. I'll just go do stuff. But,
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, there's.
Definitely, I
it's a city.
definitely felt the
That's
same
easy.
way.
Oh.
It was interesting because I was telling someone, I was like, yeah, usually like
Down here.
Mario
yeah.
Marathon is just,
Okay.
all right, I'm really focused and I'm just like, what can we do to make the show interesting?
Oh, that's good.
And this time I was like, what can we do to make it like a fun experience for everybody that comes? And I was like, we need to make swag bags and we need to get this and
I do like
we need to
swag
fix
bags.
Jed's toilet. I never actually said anything because I didn't use the toilet here, so I didn't realize it didn't flush. Or at least didn't watch it when I flushed. Maybe I was.
Brian doesn't use the toilet; he absorbs all of his waste.
Is that why he's so?
And then go back.
So,
Thank you, Jen.
but like just random things that I was pissing Jed off a lot. Like, Jed, we got to fix this, and Jed's like, no one's gonna care if my
Like,
cabinet
how-
door doesn't latch.
Yeah, yeah. I was like,
And I was like, no, it's a part of the experience.
yeah, and I knew, like, I was like, bro,
Kind of hard. You gotta get all the
The-
yellow things.
the like being on the internet
follow
playing
the-
Mario games
follow
is
the
the
right.
experience, man. We don't have to. Like
Yeah.
that's the fun
You
part,
don't have
man.
to try to
That's what
survive.
they're here for.
That's what I
Like,
sh-
and I think it's good. I
Get
think the
that
swag bags are great, and I think there's a
Okay, John,
there's
get that one.
there's a lot of good. But I just felt like you were super gripped about like, oh man, what are they gonna do when they're here? And I'm like, they're gonna do what we all do.
Part of it's like, yeah, we've always been on the
Okay,
stream
this is-
doing like playing the games and stuff and like interacting with the chat, and it's like there's not enough room to have 10 other people sitting in this room all
Yeah.
the time. So the way we have the other room set up, where we can watch has been great. And then you guys have just taken over and like run the whole thing, so I can go to sleep, which has also been fantastic. Yeah. So, but it has been like a lot of thinking about. All right, well, we probably should be a little more coordinated, just with things like I've got a car, and I know Indianapolis, so I know like go to this area and eat. Don't go to this place because you'll get shot. Which doesn't happen.
There's no place where you're gonna get shot.
I know, but I was looking at the RTV6 thing today, and it was like 6 people got shot yesterday.
Because it's the news, dude.
And then our story's right after that.
So feel good about it.
It was like mugshot,
Hey, look,
Mario Marathon.
everyone gets shot. Mario Marathon.
It was like, have you seen this man? Mario Marathon, doing great for child's play. I was like, how? What? This is the most polarizing Twitter feed I've ever read.
So anyway,
when-
that was a change.
When I got asked, it was. Hold on.
And then Shannon would get mad about anything that had to do with you guys. I was like, we got to pick somebody up from the airport. That's bullshit. Why do we?
That's not true. That's not true.
You just ran a bus over your wife.
That is not true. This is what happened. Brian's like, we're just going to rent out a conference center and we'll just have it there. And I was like, you're going to do what? You're not going to rent out a conference center.
He was saying that
I was
when he
like,
was-
if you do, you may as well not come home.
But comparable,
Which is fair, because if he was like, I'm
Like-
going to rent a conference center for something, I'd have said the same.
And
thing.
there was other
it
stuff
was like
going
if
on.
everybody got hotel rooms at the same place, we basically can get a conference room for free.
That's when I was like, how do I delete myself from this chat? I don't want to. I'm done. And then I just deleted myself and
then
just let him.
What
do
was the
whatever.
other thing? I forget.
By the way, Shanna is like the coolest person that exists in this
that's real
marathon,
nice
so
of you.
don't
One of
let
the
anyone
coolest
tell you any differently. It is not
Pretty
Jed.
good. That or Emily. You have to praise both of them equally.
Emily's pretty fun too.
Yeah, Jed asked me by saying, "Can you keep a secret?" And I was like, no conversation since June of the previous year during Mario Marathon.
And then out of the blue,
Oh, no.
can you keep a secret?
And then just randomly in April, he was like, "Can you keep a secret?" And I was like, ... yes. He was like, "Cool, come to my house this summer." I was like, "What?"
How did your husband feel about this?
Hey, honey, how'd you feel about this?
Definite
next. I can do
it. I can imagine.
I was like, because when he said it, I had
I'm
to
sorry.
call. I called him and he was at work, and I was like, "So, honey," he's like, "What?" I was like, "So, because that robotics team I'm with has a thing they do in DC this weekend, like the last couple of years." And I was like, "So remember how I'm not going to DC with robotics because it's our anniversary?" and he was like, "Yeah." And I was like, "So how would you feel about me being in Indianapolis instead?" And he was like, "What?" It's like, "So Mario Marathon is a thing," and he's like, "You're not actually, Carolyn, Jed's messing with you. It's not a real thing." And I was like, "Got confirmation. I'm pretty sure it is." And he said it was like a couple weeks of conversing before it was decided that it wasn't.
Bethany said that Shanna left the hangout. She was like, "Oh God, Shanna's mad. I can't go."
I remember that. And it just said Shanna left the hangout, and I'm like,
You guys were all on there?
I wasn't.
I was also not in this
I was
hangout.
not in the hangout.
So like,
He wasn't in the
asleep
hangout
under
with
this?
us? Yeah.
Oh, I was pissed.
Are
I
we,
was like, you're gonna what?
I thought it was funny because you were like, "Oh yeah, I'll bring Andrew and he can just like do whatever during the day," and I was like,
That also
"He can be on the show too." Like
You
I
never
like.
said that. You never
I didn't say
once
that. No, I
said
didn't.
that.
I didn't say that, but I was thinking
dude
like,
is
why
like
are
a
you assuming that he can't be on the show?
professional gamer.
And then yeah,
Professional gamer or works for GameStop. I don't think those two things are the same.
Similar.
I love you, but I don't think those.
But
are
he's
the things.
knowledgeable. With
Yeah, I mean,
the-
he's not like, "Oh, I work at a zoo. I don't like video games." You know, people at zoos definitely hate video games.
Boys, you tell them you're a
That's why
gamer,
Kaden
man.
was like, "Zoo was not cool. They did not like my video games."
Well, I'm
Um,
sorry if me leaving the chat and saying stuff like that may have discouraged you guys from coming. It was not my intention. I was aggravated with my husband's lack of communication.
Plus, like renting a conference room is way cheaper than renovating Jed's house.
But come on, you could never do half this stuff in a conference room.
No,
Yeah, we wouldn't have a work pipe.
You wouldn't have
Well,
the
like-
smoke machine, like
The
all that.
smoke machine, the fire
You couldn't have
alarm.
done, you couldn't have done half that stuff.
was this?
The noise.
Yeah, the thing
level,
that I think would be cool about having a conference
Jet,
center
please.
would be if we had, and I don't want to tease you, internet, but I think it would be awesome to do this at a conference center one time, so that we could like have tickets and have an audience and
Like
have
a GDQ,
people come.
Like a GDQ, you get them to come in. They pay like $40 for registration.
Yeah,
for
you
the
can
whole week,
ride a
for the whole week.
toilet.
I don't know
Wait a minute,
from
does that mean we have to pay for
I don't know
this?
from GDQ.
Well, that's basically what it is. You have these people who come in and it's like a $1,500 cap, and they charge. It used to be like $30.
That's an expensive hat.
Well, I mean, that's for the whole week. You're there 7 days. and,
I got the joke.
Yeah. But it would be like a GDQ. Like you could call it like
Just fall down, yeah.
Mario Marathon Con or something. Make it a convention.
Mario
Why don't you
Marathon.
sit here?
Mario
I have to pee
Maricon!
real bad.
There you go.
Mario Maricon.
I don't
What if we call it Mario Maricon?
The Mario Maricon.
We use that same voiceover, guys. But we're not
Ario Maricon.
Ario Carathon.
Cario Marathon. Tara.
The amount
He
of
said your name right. Oh, sorry.
Voice
The
actor.
voice. We haven't told you about this. So we hired this voice actor to say all that, like,
For
"Yeah,"
$5.
like all those, yeah. And Brian was like, say the Mario Marathon. He's
Hit
like,
the
the
start
Mario
button.
Marathon, and Brian was like, no, it's
Spin.
Mario, like it rhymes with car, and it's like Mario Marathon, and then it's like,
do you have that audio?
and then he's
Just
like,
play
yeah,
it.
and like, and we're listening to it though. We're listening to all of these things where he's saying Mario wrong, and then he's like Benf, and then he's like Tara, and we're like, what? Yes, you can say that right.
No one gets that.
Like he's got the voice of a god, clearly, and we're just like,
All right, let's go through the history of this thing.
He's that, and the
Every time
and
I
the
hear
common
it,
sense
it's
of a mortal.
even better.
Mario Marathon. Mario Marathon. Mario Marathon.
And you're like, I wrote it 3 different phonetical spellings, and he said it the same way.
2019.
He does
Previously on Ben F.
Previously on Ben F has been a running gag.
Cowman. Tara. Carolyn.
First try.
Bethany.
Got Carolyn right though.
Tex
It did get
Megan. Adam.
Okay, so then like
And
it goes on, and eventually we're like,
do you have the? You wouldn't happen to have what you sent him for this?
Led Z. Led Z.
wow.
Lead Z.
You got that one.
Lead
You said
Z.
it 2 different.
Okay, let's be quiet for this part.
R-E-O. 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 R-E-O.
It's like he had a brain injury. You're teaching him how to talk again.
And like the things he sent him were phonetical spellings. Say it like this. A video of
Ario.
Can we play that again? Because that was pretty great.
Rio. Yes. Yes.
I think we should play that again.
Chat's getting it. Rio.
Mario Marathon. Previously on Mario Marathon. Passport. Stamp.
This isn't the right one, is it?
Dan.
Go back to Ario. We want to hear Mario.
Rio.
like that. And
then goes
man, it was funny.
Led Z Evelyn.
That's who we should call that guy and interview him.
I don't think that would have a lot of content. What were you thinking when you got
Led
this?
Z. Led Z.
Oh, I asked him to say Joel. If you guys remember Joel?
Yeah.
He came over with his kids, right? That's a pretty common name.
Did he say Joel?
Hold on.
R-E-O.
That was not a stamp. We're playing audio.
R-E-O. Jess. Jess. Joel. Joel. Jed's mom.
And he didn't ask him to say any of this stuff about our moms, so he's clearly doing this on purpose at this point.
Fox 59. Fox 59.
Can you send him? Can you have him say "Live Noob Girls," please? Live Knob Girls.
That sounds
MREO. MREO. Jess. Joel.
Taking off, Chris.
Jed's mom.
Yeah, sure.
Again with the Jed's mom.
No dads though.
No dads.
Right.
Yeah, that was actually
next
kind
year
of
you
weird.
have to get this dude to say dad pad. Ario. Mario. That's my. I'm never saying Mario again. Welcome to the Ario. Reo Arathon.
Ario.
Arathon. Yeah, like I saw the email Brian sent, and it was like, okay, it starts with M. It sounds like car without the C, and so it should be Mario Marathon. Yeah, like a YouTube link, and that's what we got back. Like, give it a rest.
You know those fail hats? We might want to retire those and put those in a museum type thing.
So you can collect star bits.
Like Fan City at Mario Con, Maricon.
If you
Do I have to touch them?
You go and you look at
yes,
the stuff.
if you just have it highlight over a star bit to collect it. You can also, have you never P2'd this?
I've never played Galaxy.
Oh.
I hate Galaxy.
Okay, so you can also with the A.
Hey, I collected things.
Whoa.
Bye.
You can also with the A.
I didn't fall off the thing on P2.
You can
So,
scan
chat, what
any
else do you
folder in
think?
place for me.
What else should we be thinking
So
about?
they can
Talking
internet
about?
me.
What else has
You can,
happened?
like-
Hey, would anybody?
Oh, don't press that.
Oh, for the last
You can
10
shoot
years.
stars.
How much?
You never
How
shoot
much?
stars. The other thing you can do is you can grab
I
and
shoot
hold
them
on.
at-
How much would you guys pay
Grab and hold on to it.
for tickets
And then if I
to
lose
come
a
see
lot,
us
you
live?
can go, I'll get help, so you can be an extra.
And you might end up running the show.
That's not how that works.
All right, Ready Player 69 is what I almost called. Ready Player 169 is willing to give us a squirrel for tickets to see us.
I don't want a squirrel.
Now imagine this: if you came to Mario Maricon, you would get a T-shirt. That's worth at least. There's 600 people.
We also get a book.
$50,000.
We got a book too.
And a stamp.
And you'll get a stamp for being there in person.
Ooh.
That's a $2,000 value.
And every Bethany, you get a special stamp for having all the stamps, and then we make more stamps.
Shanna's out there introducing
Shanna's
herself.
introducing herself, so I'm kind of.
Oh, she's probably talking to them. Yeah.
Where is she talking?
Whoa.
To the baby.
That's rude.
To the second oldest baby. Chris's kid.
We lost the chat.
Ooh.
We were sucked into the game. So like,
So close. Orange Lion has a good question. What's
For a shirt and a stamp, Colton will give us their first one. Does that mean we have to
$20
take care of it?
$20 a day or $50 for all marathon.
That's too.
No, that's reasonable.
No, because that's.
As someone who's gone to these things,
You have big feet. You're just over there putting on my shoes.
As someone who's gone to these things, you have big feet.
Carolyn has left the room.
They're just putting on Carolyn's boots. I will never touch her feet again.
Wow! Yes, I do have big feet. They're
Stephen
11.
Ellis has
10s or 11s.
10 and a half.
Shanna, you are very brave. I'm
gonna get to that. My feet are not. Oh, okay. I don't care. This is probably not the proper time to say this, but you are not the only person who's just stolen
Lord,
my
that
shoes and
makes
put them
Shanna
on
as tall
and
as
said,
me, I
"Carolyn,
bet."
big feet." They have a 3-inch heel.
That's my point.
All right.
Pretty
comfortable. They're incredibly comfortable for being
So-
high leather boots.
So